It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know...
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
Hi everyone, God at all times, protect yourself at all times, have a good clean pod. Welcome to Another One podcast, episode 119, with me, Simon Wozniak, very happy to be here, and my co-host, Rob Thomas.
What's happening?
Also very happy to be here. We've got Kyle Legacy.
What's happening, everybody? Happy to be here as well.
Is this, you got more than the hat-trick, haven't you?
Oh,
4
easy.
or 5,
yeah.
Yeah.
I've had 3 when I wasn't funny, and I've had 3 when I was funny.
Smashed it.
Anytime he comes home, basically.
And
debutante. So find out who he's shagged.
Debutante, first timer, could be the
social
last.
Climber.
Could be, first timer, social climber. Could be the last record we do in here. Who knows?
Yeah.
We've got the man, fresh from the Greek army.
Dodging it.
George Zach.
Hi.
The man who could never go home.
Yeah, not that happy to be here.
You still ducking, trying to national service?
Yeah, you know the story?
Yeah, but let them know.
Let us know. I don't know it properly.
So in Greece, you have to join the where I'm from. You have to join the army.
You're really from Greece, or you're like from Stockport and just put the accent on?
Well,
I wouldn't put it past him.
The fake tan don't stop at his wrist. He's good to go. He's real.
Yeah. What is the full name?
He's seen the dick.
I've seen the dick, and he cooked me Greek lasagna, which is like sloppy lasagna.
That's moussaka.
Moussaka.
That's not Greek.
He even knows the words for it. So it's official in my book.
Moussaka is not Greek lasagna. You should stop saying that.
It looks like
your
lasagna.
2 accents.
It does look like lasagna though.
Yeah, but it's layered. That's all it is.
Okay.
Like shepherd's pie lasagna.
That's just like saying...
Oh, shepherd's pie lasagna. Okay, well now.
That's like saying
shepherd's pie lasagna.
That's like saying ratatouille. It's just like vegetable lasagna.
Ratatouille? The rats from the movie?
Yeah, you know that's a food.
Ratatouille, is it?
What's the food? It's food's ratatouille.
Ratatouille, yeah. But it's just you're dealing with a fucking moron over there.
Oh my! Oh yeah. What are you?
You're so thick. You made me question myself.
I've never had a Mrs. Doubtfire on toast. No.
I bet you have.
I love a Stuart Little me.
What's the full name?
George Zakharopoulos.
Zakharopoulos.
George, not George Yosh.
Yeah, Georgios, yeah.
Georgios Zakharopoulos.
Georgios Zakharopoulos.
Yeah, Georgios Zakharopoulos. Look, the Greek thing is Yorgos Zakharopoulos. That's his name.
Yorgos Zakharopoulos.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, Scousers can say this because of the way you pronounce stuff. But generally speaking, when I came here, I thought
on the boat.
Well, yeah,
like the idea everyone comes
I flew in actually. KLM was doing alright at the time. Take the boat now from Amsterdam.
He rents a pedalo that his cousin's running the stand from, so he gets a good deal. He's like, hey, I'm over here. My name's on the side of the pedalo. 2 of them together.
Won't let him have the jet ski.
Yeah. It's all the way around Zagalava. Do you go by? But you keep you always go George, but you do like to be on. But you like to be run on by Zakharopoulos, don't you?
Yeah,
you don't like George Zach.
When it's festival times.
Yeah.
It's Zakharopoulos because that's the name I like perform under. Yeah. But when I do comedy clubs, people go, "What's your name?" I just say Zach. It's easier for everybody.
I say Zach.
Yeah, but in Australia you say Zach. You don't struggle with it.
Oh yeah, no Zakharopoulos.
But people find it difficult. Now. You have to understand. Like I started comedy in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right.
there's no chance in the universe people are going to say Zacharopoulos and go down well. So I went with Zach at the beginning.
So go on, what's the story? Yeah, come over here. Everyone in Greece has. Everyone in Greece has to serve time.
Yeah, you have to do time. You have to do a year in national service.
Just 1 year.
Yeah.
That it?
Are you going to do it? What do you do? Exercises? Are you? What you going to do in the Greek army?
A massage. Like a physiotherapist. What?
Unpaid.
Yeah, but surely you're doing surely your house not looked after for you.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah,
surely they cover your bills.
You live for free in barracks with 10 more guys.
How old are you meant to be when you do it? Or
like 18, unless you postpone for university, so it's 22 sometimes. If
right.
Depends.
Well, if you buy a house at 18, do they pay your mortgage for the year?
No.
Right.
So anyway,
how did you get out of this? Lolly Markkinen, he's an NBA guy from Finland. They do it in Finland, don't they? Even he had to do it, and he's like little American. He's on millions.
Let's find out how you've managed to duck it for 20 years.
And the reason I'm saying this in the podcast is because there's not a single Greek person watching this ever. Because even I'm struggling with the fucking accents, let alone with the Greeks.
Well, they turned it off as soon as I called the Greek lasagna.
Do you have any listeners in Greece?
Do you want me to check now?
Yeah, please.
Right, go on. So you meant to do the 1 year national service in Greece. So go on.
So I come here for university. So I get the postponement, and then I was like, I've postponed, I've restarting it, whatever, So I kept it going for 9 years without doing it. And then Greek army is really predicated on bureaucracy working, which it isn't. So I was coming and going from the country, no problem at all. But I had a fine looming over my head for £7,000.
Yes.
So I was coming and going anyway. But then when Brexit happened, I can't believe it took me 10 minutes to discuss Brexit. But
He's got it written on both hands.
Now, if you go to Greece from Britain, they treat you as you're coming from America. So they scan your passport. So when they scan your passport, they know that I'm a fugitive. I'm a fugitive. I'm a good-for-nothing piece of shit. Yeah. So I'm only allowed to come in for 30 days in a calendar year. And that's it. If I stay over any longer, they will arrest me. But now my fine has been passed to the tax office. And it has a compounded with interest. It is at £14,000 now. And there's no chance I'm paying it ever. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out.
You and the Greek government, they're very
about somebody else.
So how much is the fine?
14 grand now.
And if you pay that, can you not have to go to the army, or have you got to pay it and still go?
I haven't looked into it.
But you've aged out now. How old? The army's only taking 18 to 30, aren't they?
No, 48 is the last time.
Right, so you've got to...
I don't think we've got anyone in Greece. The last 30 days, we've got United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Ireland, Sweden, Jersey, Isle of Man, Canada, New Zealand.
Some of them might be Greek, though.
New Zealand, Germany, Spain, Norway, Singapore, France, South Korea, Poland.
Right. He's just flexing. There's zero in Greece.
So
Barbados, South Korea guys with me.
Barbados, Netherlands, Gibraltar, Saudi Arabia, India, Portugal, Romania, Tanzania. Tanzania, United Arab Emirates, Belgium, Bahamas,
that's pasta dish.
Switzerland, Italy, Japan, Morocco, Mexico, Thailand.
Can the people from Japan and Tanzania please send an email and say what the fuck it is you find interesting about this podcast?
Right, so you've got a 14 grand fine now hanging over you. Yeah. So if you go over there and overstay the 30 days...
This is what I do now. What I do is, still having them scan my passport, what I do normally is I fly to a different country first that's in Europe, and then I go from that country into Greece because they don't do passport checks within the EU. And I arrive in Greece. They don't even know I'm there. And then I can stay for 5 weeks.
Or just driving?
No, I'm flying, but if you're within the EU, they don't check your passports. They don't scan them on their way in. They just let you in.
You'd be on the list on the flight though, aren't you?
Oh, well, I misspelled my name by a couple of letters.
No way!
I do. But the thing is, you can see sometimes...
I don't know how you live like this, man.
What you have to do is...
I just wouldn't go home.
What you have to realize is people who work in customer service don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So even if they see my name misspelled by 2 letters, they're not going to go, you can't fly then, can you? Like, you look like a fucking idiot. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, am I an idiot or am I the world's best criminal?
You know what I mean?
An idiot.
You're either going AWOL or you can't spell your own name. Yeah, that's crazy.
There's definitely not a thing where they just one day they're going to set up at your parents' house and be like, give us 14 grand.
My parents keep getting very
Or tell me
threatening
where your
letters.
son is.
My mom is very stressed.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Just the army just going, where the fuck is he?
My mom keeps ringing me. She goes, we don't know what to do. And then my mom, like, they inherited this, three houses.
Yeah.
And they want to give one to each one of the kids, you know.
Yeah.
And she goes like, we can't give you anything because the government will confiscate it.
Yeah.
But it is a tax burden to us. We're paying extra money. We can't afford it. Can you please take a house off our hands?
How much
and
the
I'm
house?
like, I'm a man of principle, mother.
How much is the house worth?
Way more than 14,000.
That's what I mean. Why don't you just get the house, get a £14,000 loan off the house, pay your debt, and you're free?
You'd still have to do the service.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound fun, that does it?
Would you have to still do the service? 14 grand and the service.
Look, I don't want to be.
You can have a year off. You should have went back in the pandemic. That was your perfect time.
Look, I haven't looked into it.
The only
they
thing
don't
you
want
know
you.
is
They
his
don't
mum
want you
reading
there.
the letters to him over the phone.
They don't
That's all the
want you
information he knows.
coughing up your guts with everyone else on
This
national
all sounds
service.
very reasonable, though. Very good
Yeah.
ideas, both of them. I will look into them. Very good ideas. I have a word with my Greek accountant, which is a person that doesn't exist. I'll ask. Yeah, that is a good idea. So you can take a loan out on the house.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't.
Take a loan out with the house as collateral.
Yeah,
So because your house worth more than 14 grand, they'll give you 14 grand.
yeah.
Because the only way you're not paying that, if you don't pay that back, just take the house off you. So you then pay
So,
that to the army.
So
And then just pay that back.
What you're basically telling me is pay the 14 grand.
Yeah,
but he's still paying
Yeah,
it.
that's what you're telling me, isn't it?
He's
He's
still going to
still
pay the
paying it,
But
mortgage.
that goes against everything I've stand for.
Yeah, but if you turn that house into an Airbnb and they make loads of money off the house.
My
Goes
goal,
against
look,
everything
Rob,
I
my
stand
goal in
for.
life is to do that exact thing you just said
Yeah.
without paying the money. I don't know.
It's-
I respect him for this.
Wait.
It's right there.
Wait.
And all you need to do
Wait.
is just...
It gets better.
Oh, God.
I should not be saying this publicly.
How much do you trust your sister? How much do you trust your sister?
I trust them, but if anybody who gets the house, they have to pay tax on it also.
Yeah, but if you and your sister inherit the house and turn it into an Airbnb, with the profit you're going to make from it, she could pay off your loan and then you could come home.
But I don't want to pay the
But
fucking loan.
you haven't. She has.
Oh, my sister.
And then when it's paid, you get a free house.
Okay.
Well, plus
But
he's going
it's
home
whether-
anyway.
It's whether you trust her to give you. Yeah, but there's
I
a
trust my
house sitting there that he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd rather be poor and scummy than...
You want to be poor and scummy.
I think that's my default setting.
Right.
You know, what are you? Are you rich?
No, but I am scummy and rich.
You're scummy and rich?
No, but I'm not rich.
What are you?
But
This out.
I'm scummy with money, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm scum at heart, but I always make sure I have money. I'll never be poor.
Wow. Well,
I'm like a Del boy.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll sell shit if I have to.
Okay, nice. Let me tell you, so how much money have you got?
Not loads.
What's
loads,
your,
but
what's your, what's your,
I like that. I like
what's
this.
your, what's
Give
your,
us
what's
spare
your,
14k.
It's not loads, but it's always available.
what's your liquidity?
Oh, my liquidity is nothing, but there's money always available.
Fucking Martin Lewis over it. Money saving tips for George Sack.
If it needed money tonight, there's a way to get it, basically.
Yeah?
So
Yeah.
funny.
So I need some money tonight. What's the way?
What? No, you can't do it.
Who can do it? You can do it?
Yeah.
Talking about.
He's talking bollocks, right?
I've no
He's
idea.
just sitting there going like, he's talking there like fucking
Listen.
the white Mike Tyson. Just the streets have money, baby.
Money was made. Like, exactly. There's money out there in them streets.
That's a taxi driver's mentality, that though, isn't it?
What's
You can start work whenever you want.
It's my whole life mentality.
Okay.
I've made money from fraud and stuff my whole life. So
Yeah.
there's ways to make money. Yeah.
So are you rich? Are your parents rich back in Greece?
My dad is he's retired. He's a truck driver. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom after my brother was born because it was like a full on. But like truck driver.
Do you say his parents?
I remember my
parents. Got 3 houses.
So, well, they inherited them from like my godparents who didn't have any children. But
whereabouts in Greece is it?
Also, they paid. So this what happened. My dad got a truck. He was traveling around Europe and transporting liquid food like olive oil and milk and stuff. But it was like it's got liquid food business. And then the man worked like he would be away for like 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah,
but it was good money.
Yeah,
and they squirreled it away. So when my godparents came to were very old and they wanted to
squirreled it away. Squirreled it.
Squirreled it.
Because squirrels they hide nuts and stuff.
Oh, I thought this was 2 peas in a pond all over again. Then I thought you've got another 5 minutes here. You know that story, don't you?
No.
Tell them that story. That's what you thought the saying was.
Let him finish.
I used to think it was a peas in a pond for a very long time.
To be fair,
and I was like, why the fuck are they throwing them in water?
To be fair, for 33 years of my life, I thought the game was called pigeon toss. Like you toss a pigeon, not pitch and toss.
Yeah, pigeon toss.
Oh, I thought it was pigeon toss, actually.
Yeah, it's pitch and toss. It's just Scousers say pigeon.
So
pigeon put.
So, godparents squirreled money away?
No, my parents squirreled money away.
Your parents squirreled money away?
So they bought the property at, when my godparents, they put it out to the whole family. Who wants to buy these houses at reasonable rates? And my parents said, we have the money. So they got the houses. And then Greece was doing very badly at the time. So they invested it in property when it was very cheap. And now money, it's gone up.
Yeah.
But you have to realize, I think they're doing well now, my parents. But up until I left for England, I remember my whole family trying to leave the house quietly so the landlord wouldn't hear us leave because we owed rent.
Yeah,
it was like we were poor. Very poor.
I feel like you just see the pursuit of happiness and you're just trying to make it Greek.
Are they 3 houses? Are they next to each other as well?
No, they're just.
It's not like on the same street.
Where are they in Greece?
Kalamata, where I'm from.
Kalamata, and whereabouts there?
It's down south, the mainland.
What's the nearest party island to it?
Anywhere near the sea.
The sea, yeah. It's from the house to the beach is a 10-minute drive.
What's the nearest party island?
Corfu.
Yeah, you have to go up north and go to Mykonos. And is that what you care for? Party islands?
I just want to know how far.
We can go to Party Island if you want.
Do you go there? Would you go there on holiday?
Yeah, as long as it's within the 30-day window.
How much is
I'm going to stay for 7 days. And I'm like, I don't know, lad, I have to fly through Prague.
Just get a boat over from...
I'm holding on to a lorry underneath.
When I
get a boat over to Israel.
During the pandemic, I went to Greece for 6 months. Was the longest I've ever
that's what I mean, so what happened there?
But I was an illegal immigrant in my own country because I went from Newcastle to Bulgaria, and then in Bulgaria I got a bus into Greece, and I was praying to God they didn't scan my ID or anything, so they didn't, because the bus was full of Bulgarians, so that was a bigger priority. When I saw my Greek ID and I spoke Greek to them, they were like, "Oh, you're all right, you come in." The rest of you,
right? So you were there for 5 months. You lived in fear of being clocked.
Yeah, but not clocked. My face isn't on the fucking walls. Wanted, dead or alive. You know,
6 o'clock noon.
People go, this is the army dodger.
How long would it take?
Army dodger.
How long would it take the police to turn up?
Army dodger.
If someone grassed on you for being there.
Yeah. Well, let's not find out.
14 grand they're sitting on.
How much of a priority would that be for?
Oh, low. It's a low priority. I think it's a bigger priority now because of the tax thing. Because now I'm also a tax dodger. God, this is a very stressful podcast.
Why do you owe tax?
Did you pay for your train here?
The fine to the army was passed on to the tax office.
Right, so now
it's a tax issue.
So can't I just take that out? Have you got a Greek bank account? No,
baby. Let's say I'm going for that British citizenship now. Otherwise, I'll be fucked.
Oh, are you going to try and become a BC?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Greeks have always
that cost you £1,000.
Yeah, pretty painy actually. But I got Rob over here. He'll find something.
Yeah, he'll sort your fake naturalisation certificate out.
I'll get you one of them, yeah.
50 quid.
A Fugazi passport.
Yeah.
What about all your friends and your family? Do they roast you or make fun of you for not doing it?
No, my grandfather.
No, they all live in fear that they're going to get taken away as well.
My grandfather used to be furious about it. Tell me I'm not a real Greek. I don't support Greece. I haven't gone out. But he's dead now, so.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah. Well. Look, I love this
Fucking
but he was
he didn't die proud.
He was a man of like strong values.
Right.
My big fat Greek coward.
Yeah. All of these things. But yeah. Should I say the second bit? Okay. This is. I can get exonerated if I can prove I've been living in England for continuous 11 years. Which I have been.
How do you prove that?
I've been living here for 18 years. And I went to the Greek consulate.
Yeah.
When I went with all my bank statements and my house contracts, the rent I paid over the years, and like my mobile phone contract to show that I've been living in England, And they kept going, well, yeah, but you could have had someone with your bank card here just spending money, pretending it's you. And I was like, okay, well, I have this mobile phone. Yeah, but it could be someone else using your phone.
Photos?
Yeah. And I said, what is it you need? And they said,
you didn't beat the frog.
Would like your tax returns of you living here, which really was a big snag for me. Because I remember when I became a comedian, I rang the tax office and I said, I'd like to register myself as self-employed.
Yeah.
And the guy said, you have to do it on the 1st of April. And I went, okay. So I ring them on the 10th of April, and I went, hey, can I register myself? And they went, when did you start? And I said, March. And they said, oh, no, next year. You start next year. So I ring them next year, and I said, can I register for self-employed? And they went, when did you start? I told them. He goes, no, it's the year after. And I
you can do it whenever.
And I thought to myself, are you sure? They were like, yeah, ring us next year. So can you make a note on the file that you recommended I start next year? And they said, yeah. So until 2019, I kept ringing. And these people kept telling me, start next year. And I kept going, well, I'm not going to fucking pay tax if they don't want me to pay tax, right?
Yeah.
But then the pandemic happened, and I heard about the furlough scheme. And tax evasion really came back to bite me in the ass when they needed my tax returns for the furlough. So I rang the tax department. I said, hey, can I get my tax?
You tried to get furlough without any account. You fucking idiot.
And they said, you need to pay, you need to like show tax. And I said, well, I've tried, but you wouldn't let me. And luckily the notes were there.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, it was a mistake on our end. Can you please declare your tax returns now? So I declared the tax returns for the last 3 years. I had some money owed for the tax that I made, like all legit. And then I did it. So now I can prove that I've been living in England for 11 years because I have the tax returns.
So can you get rid of the fine then?
Yeah, but I'm too busy to go to the consulate. I'm going to Australia, but I'll do it eventually.
Where's the consulate?
Leeds.
They couldn't even get London location.
You literally 2 seconds ago were whinging about not gigging in Leeds enough.
Look,
you killed two birds in one
Make a
stone.
day trip.
Mistakes were made.
The Greek consulate is in Leeds.
No, there's one in
There's
Leeds.
got to be one in London.
They will service me in Leeds because I live up north. So if I go to London, they'll say...
So you could end it tomorrow.
No, because I've lost the tax returns in the move.
Yeah, but you can just download them again.
I don't know where they are. It was manual. It was gone. I have to go.
Yeah, but now the HMRC... now HMRC has them.
Yeah.
You can just download...
And the last 2 years, I've forgot to do my tax returns again. So I have to ring the tax office tomorrow and really get everything paid back. Look...
You're wild.
If you're thinking, I'm very glad I voted Brexit. If you think I'm very glad I voted Brexit, I'm the reason.
Yeah. You are wild. You could sort this tomorrow.
I will do.
I mean, you say that. I mean, I get why he's not sorting any of it.
Oh, I would never sort it.
Yeah.
I had no point. But I wouldn't go back to Greece either. I wouldn't be getting buses to go
I
back
want to see my family.
Fuck them.
I can fly.
My family aren't worth 14 grand. Fuck them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going over there for any longer than 30 days ever.
The only way I'd go home. The only way I'd go home.
But you did 6 months.
Is if my
But
dad
6
paid
months
the
during
fine.
the lockdown.
You had to do 6. You were trapped there, were you?
No, because Greece didn't have any sort of lockdown over the summer. But in Britain, everything was like...
So was you doing gigs there?
So I was just like having a lovely old time in Greece. Avoiding eye contact with the police.
Keeping my head down. Getting paid in cash.
I wasn't working. I was making furlough money.
From the UK government.
Baby. Guys, I'm paying £175 a month to the tax office. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end in February.
Guys.
My tax arrangements have been sorted out, so I'm a legit citizen.
We're not questioning that.
Yeah, okay.
You protest too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't protest. I'm just saying that for the camera.
I just wouldn't go home. It's too much stress.
Is it?
Yeah.
The stress really goes away when you lie down on a lounger,
Right.
having a souvlaki.
You can do that in so many different countries.
Not for free. I'm going there for free. I live.
Yeah.
I stay for free. I go to my friend's
I mean,
beach bar.
you don't want to be in Greece longer than a
Yeah,
month, do you? I feel like?
it's fine. I think that's fine, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you? When does your schedule ever allow you to just take a month off? Not really. It's only around Christmas now, isn't it?
Yeah, but
You're never still for a month, are you, really?
Not really, no.
but I would like the house.
Yeah, that's...
You're single, man?
No, I live with my girlfriend now in Manchester. We just moved. I just moved to
Right.
Manchester May.
Right.
Good fun, Manchester. I really like it. No
So you've bought a house or you're renting?
Oh, we're renting.
You just can't buy a house, can you?
No idea what he can do. I've no idea what he can and can't do, to be
Just pay
honest.
tax for 3 years. You can't buy a house unless you
I
can have
am.
3 years worth of books.
I'm renting in Manchester, Northern Quarter. Really nice. Very
So
much.
then you will just go and travel and do all your festivals and everything like that, and she'll just stay at home.
Yeah, no, she's coming with me this year.
Has
Oh,
she-
wow.
She's got 2
Has she
months
been to
unpaid
Greece?
leave from work.
Oh, very
so-
nice.
She's
Has she
coming
been to Greece with you?
Hmm?
Has she been to Greece?
She has, yeah, in the summer. Yeah, you met her
I know,
at the
met her,
comedy
yeah.
station, yeah. Yeah, she came in July. She's learning Greek now on Duolingo, and she's doing an hour a week with private tuition.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
really
Commitment,
That's
that.
crazy,
Yeah.
that is.
Very impressive.
So she goes,
Because
you going to
he
She wants that
Australia?
house as well.
Yeah,
You going to
you need someone to
Australia?
represent
Yeah.
him in court. That's what it
You
is.
going with him?
yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing Perth, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not doing Adelaide, but I'll see you
So
there.
how long have you two known each other? Like, been
Years.
tight?
Yes. Do you know the first time I met Kyle?
Go
Oh,
on.
he loves telling this fucking story. Was it actually the first time? I think it was.
It was one of the very
And
first
you
times.
thought I'll hang out with this fucking
It
idiot.
was one of the very first times. So this is a fun story. So Kyle, if you, I mean, how many times have you been in the podcast?
6 or 7.
6 or 7?
A few. Yeah.
50-50 success rate, I guess.
No,
Don't
he's...
even know.
he's-
The last 3 cooking, baby. Absolutely
Really?
cooking.
Yeah, he-
All right, okay.
the riffs come
Most
thick
people
and
just
fast.
comment
Yeah,
on how much
yeah.
he hates
Oh,
his
they
fucking
come,
accent.
I'll tell you.
The
So
Great
you
Barrier
James
Riff.
Allen's a quiet boy, so it's easy to get him in.
So we are in. I'm in Sydney. I'm doing a gig, booked by Muggleton. Do you know Dan Muggleton?
Yeah.
So
I've done it
I'll
for
be
a
out
month.
there riffing, you know what I'll be doing.
And Dan wasn't there that day, and so he's booked that gig, and he has Kyle MCing. I think I met
Safe
Kyle.
hands, safe hands.
Not back then.
What's the bar tab?
Not back then. But back then, if you saw Kyle do well one day, you don't want to see him the next day because statistically speaking, it's going to be a fucking bomb.
Right.
Yeah, so-
Couldn't do back-to-backs now.
No, you-
Couldn't do.
So Kyle goes
I'm
on
like,
stage.
I'm like Test cricket, just get me out there every 6 months. Can't do NBA games.
So Kyle goes on stage, and he's doing what he's doing, and then at one point he says, there's another white man with an afro at the back. That's so sick. You know, he loves saying sick. He's so sick. And then he goes, what's your name, my boy? And he's like, it's okay, baby. Don't worry, it's all love here. You know, we have the white afro. Doesn't matter, baby. Just give me some love, baby. You know, you're too.
I was probably on one knee.
He was like, you're too shy. You're too shy. You're too shy to be talking to me. Don't worry, I'm not going to make fun of you. It's you and I, baby. The white boys with the afro. So he's making jokes. Everyone's laughing, riffing with this person. This person very shy. They're not really chatting. And I swear it's been 2 minutes. And then Kyle goes, hang on. Is it the mirror? The wall was granite. He's been
I was crowd working myself for 2 minutes and crushing. I was like, you ignore me with the same person, lad. What the fuck? And then it's like,
crowd worked with himself.
You didn't notice
the
the
mirror?
clobber?
No.
no, I did. I mean, it was like a date. It's not a fully proper mirror, is it? So you just see the silhouette
granite.
and all that. And then
Right,
you're like,
okay.
there's a lot of basketball fans out there, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, maybe.
That's
I
incredible,
saw
man.
Did they
him
know?
with
Did they know he was riffing himself?
When he went, hang on.
The
is it
back half of the room knew.
Yeah.
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 But then
Oh,
So you
that
thought
is brilliant.
you thought you're killing, and they're laughing at you.
I thought I was a
Do you
murderer.
think they think you're doing it on purpose? Or
Literally,
did
I was going to crowd surf to him.
It is actually quite a good bit if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
It's
Kyle
quite funny.
never knows what he's doing.
100%.
He's like a clown every now and then.
Well, he puts a special out once a month.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his new
He's got a
thing.
monthly special, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Lovely special, baby, for the lovely special.
Who's recording it, Kyle?
I got Statue of Liberty this week.
Whoever's got a phone in the venue at the time.
Whoever remembered the tripod.
Yeah, closest to the stage, basically.
A monthly
Someone in
special.
the front row,
Yeah.
hold this for us, lad.
He does monthly crowd work specials, half hours, a legacy half hour.
That's what I do, baby.
It's a work ethic, that.
Well, you know, the man doesn't write, so might as well
Exactly.
just talk.
He's not burning anything.
I'm not burning nothing.
Yeah.
Only these suicide notes. Don't need that anymore. I'm hilarious.
It's weird, though. His Napoleon Dynamite bit is in every special.
Oh, yeah, baby. That is. Yeah,
Have you got a bit?
I just try people's clothes on.
Just put someone's glasses on and goes, Napoleon Dynamite.
It kills.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Kyle goes on. I told him when I first met him. I said to him, if you carry on being who you are, you're going to do very well in comedy. But for now, you're going to eat a lot of dick because you're shit for now.
Right.
But I can tell you're funny. You're very funny.
Yeah.
And a few years later, it's when I knew he's going to be fine. He turns up at a gig, and he takes a piece of paper of his pocket because I wrote some jokes down because every comedian writes jokes, and then he takes a piece of paper, he opens it, he goes, what am I doing? Jokes are for cruise ships and pussies, and he just throws it away.
The last time I'd ever put pen to paper,
Cruise
never
ships and
again.
pussies.
Never again. I won't even write a shopping list. If I don't remember it while I'm there, if I'm not riffing in the store, then I forgot milk.
He's got secret bits.
He's got bits.
He's got secret bits.
I mean, I've
that
got
he
stock
repeats.
riffs for everything now.
Yeah.
I'm really ever stumped. Actually, I got stumped the other day.
He's got a
There was
new
guy.
one.
There was a tree doctor, and I was riffing about that, and I said, "Oh, I've got nothing. I'm stumped," and everybody laughed, and I
Right.
said, "Oh yeah,
That's in.
I didn't
That's
even mean
in.
to do that.
That's
how
in.
funny I am."
That's
I was like,
getting
"I'm stumped,
remembered.
lad," and he was
That's
like,
good
and I was like,
stuff.
"Hey, I'm the best to ever do it."
I'm the best to ever.
The best to ever
Do you ever
do
use
it.
any tricks?
What?
Do you ever use tricks?
Well, look behind your left ear. I got a riff there for you.
Right.
Nah, I mean, yeah, I'll map it out to who I want to talk to and all that.
I'll map it out.
If there's black people, I always speak to them. I love
Yeah,
black
obviously,
people.
you're desperate to be one.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I
You
just
stay
study
like,
them.
love me.
I just studied them and that.
You studied them.
So I've got a bunch of references that I kind of use for the blacks.
The blacks.
And then, yeah, I'll just scope it out.
So
Well, a lot of time I just get lucky. Like when I do my solo shows,
get lucky.
I'll check my watch and I'm like, 45 minutes. You did it again, Kyle. What are they? These fucking idiots.
Yeah.
My brain will be like, just say,
Yeah.
why don't we just wrap it all together and just repeat everything you've said? I'm like, that's a great idea, Brian. Why don't
I
we
do
do
love
that?
the
Call it all
idea.
back.
Exactly. It was
I
sick.
want to. I can't watch. I've got. When's your special out?
It won't be till July, this one.
Oh,
Why?
Because I just released the other one in July. Is that not too early, maybe?
No.
Get that 30 minutes up now.
Get it all right, son. I'll work on it.
And also,
You know what? You know what?
Maybe I'll
loves
release it
watching
on 420.
Okay.
Christmas
Maybe.
Day. Get it out there.
Christmas Day!
That'd be
Go up
good.
against Ricky Gervais Armageddon, mate. Don't be a coward.
No.
I watch yours over Ricky's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate
30
that.
minutes and with
When's the
Kyle.
7th day of Hanukkah?
I don't know.
It's gone.
Ah, shit.
I'll put it on the 8th.
He's he can get away with the most horrible words on stage more than anybody else.
Yeah,
Right.
you just think he's
Because people know there's there's nothing behind
No malice.
nothing behind the eyes.
Yeah, because people think he's too thick to mean anything.
Do you know what I've seen on
I am
stage
too
say
dumb
the
to be
most horrible
sad.
things, but I've seen it backfire in Edinburgh. Do you know? Did you have Ari here, the Estonian guy?
We didn't have him on the pod, no.
So, but you know Ari, right?
Too many people had him on the pod, so we were like,
Yeah.
nah.
So Ari was
Wasn't he on the Monday?
an Estonian guy, and we're in Edinburgh, and Kyle
Fuck
goes.
Estonia.
Kyle goes. Ari's been killing it the last week. Best one we had on the lineups. I'm like, hang on, I've been on the fucking lineups. Ari's the best one because lad, he's been fucking great. I'm like, all right, let's find out how fucking funny Ari is. But Ari is a good friend, right? So when the show started, I sat in the front row on my own.
Nobody else in the front row like this.
Stone faced. And I went, let's see if these fuckers, how they're going to react to a friend they know in the front. I was drunk as well.
Right.
And Kyle goes on stage, looks at me, and he goes, first thing he said, welcome to the show. What the fuck are you doing here? You Down syndrome Mr. Bean.
People are like, what?
And people were like,
That's
people
good.
were like,
That's good.
what the fuck is this man saying?
What, did you laugh or stay stone
I
faced?
said stone face. And I went, I'm here to watch the show. And everybody behind me thought, he was calling someone a Down syndrome who's
Mr. Bean.
foreign in the front row, and the show did so bad. So bad. They made
You died?
They made so little money.
Yeah.
The whole show died. And then at one point where you said he's a comedian, I came on stage,
And-
did 5 minutes, smashed and left.
Oh, I remember if you just died.
No, why would I die? I'm fucking great.
Yeah, he killed.
Oh, so at the end he went on and smashed, and then.
Not in the
in
end.
the middle or something or whatever.
In
Yeah,
the middle.
So how did Ari get on?
Ari had an alright gig, but
he was on first. Yeah.
no one could get over the fact I was in the front row. I
Right.
really put everybody off. And then they made so little money in the bucket. His business partner screamed at me for the longest time.
Yeah,
And
he's
then,
messing with our money.
but
You
I
don't
was-
mess with the mob's money.
Yeah.
But I was so drunk, I was like, I don't give a fuck.
No, but then you done it again.
Yeah.
You did it again. It was like, no, that wasn't even it. That was the second time. It was the first time was kind of funny. It was like whatever. But then this time was like it was kind of empty anyway.
Ring the Greek embassy.
And you
That's
can play the
it.
game, you know what I mean? You can pretend you don't know him and then, oh, tell me you do OnlyFans or something, give me something to work with. But he's like, he won't do none of that. He's like, I do IT. And then you're like, fuck off, bro. It's the worst. That was my screensaver for ages.
Well, did
was
you not
you.
just
Is that
tell
the
everyone?
hero?
Why didn't you start asking them questions what it was like in the national service?
I know, I don't know. I didn't even know about all this then, no, yeah.
Film it and be like, so was it like national service?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, I don't even know what I was
time
fucking
He's
riffing
riff out
about.
of luck.
Yeah.
Riffing about fucking hummus or something. Souvlaki.
Well, why do you just tell the
hosted it.
crowd that he's a comedian?
Well, I didn't
Google
at
George
first.
Zach, that's
I
him.
didn't at first because I was trying to riff it out, you know what I mean? It was
Right.
funny.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, this is fucking,
Yeah.
it's a bit one-sided
He
here.
had
So
faith in
then
the
I'm
riff,
like,
didn't he? He had faith in the
Yes.
riff.
post the riff, engage the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'll riff it out.
You can't riff forever, boys. Not even me.
No.
Not even me.
But he did you twice.
I know, he did me twice, I know. And it's not even like I had stock, like, I didn't think he was going to come back, so it's weird, like I went home and writing some stuff for him.
Oh, was this the first time you two met?
No, this was like
Oh,
the
right,
first
okay.
time was when I was crowd with
Oh, yeah.
myself.
Right. Oh, yeah.
No, that was
yeah.
just this summer in Edinburgh.
So you always at the festivals together then?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think you were even probably going before me, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
before you.
Yeah.
So do you
I-
like the festivals?
He's not allowed to stay in
You
one place
like
for more
the
than 30
festivals?
days.
Love-
Do you?
The festivals?
Just traveling around, just...
That's the thing. You don't travel around. You just go to a place and you stay there for a month and you do shows every day.
There's money being made, like,
All I want to do is just get up on stage. Like, in Melbourne, I remember one year I did 13 gigs in one day, and 3 of them were hour-long shows.
That's too
and all
many.
paid, yeah.
That's not something to brag about.
No, I'm
too much
an
work.
addict.
I host the biggest comedy club in Melbourne during the Fringe.
That is too much
Comics
work.
Lounge. It's ridiculous, yeah.
It's like,
And it's like-
450 people.
Why are you
Yeah.
telling us though? Because we come over, you'll have no work left.
But you won't, though, because I'm better
Yeah.
MCs than you. What are you on about?
Come on, Kyle.
Let's be serious. Come on. What are you on about?
Are you coming?
An MC has to stand up.
So what's the point?
I've got responsibilities.
I've been trying to get him
with
to
kids,
come,
right?
I've got a wife and a child. Yeah,
Yeah, but you come for 3 weeks or so with her for 3 weeks.
How old
No.
the child?
3.
You can take the kid with you, right?
No,
It's too much upheaval.
then I'm not. Then I'm not enjoying it. then am I?
We're in a little
For a
lads
couple of
trip.
gigs in
Listen,
Australia.
Isn't a couple of gigs?
If I'm coming, it's when I'm divorced. It's not with a child.
You could have the baby strap to your chest, and he could be breastfeeding at the same time. Win-win.
If I'm coming, I'm coming.
Baby sit and he's full.
I'm coming single.
You're coming
Single,
single,
baby.
You're still fat in Australia. I don't
Listen,
think what's going to
listen,
happen that
mate.
you automatically.
They love it.
You get off the
They
phone.
love
He's
it.
I'm one of the Hemsworth brothers. You get
They
the
love
whole
it.
family,
I
lad.
think it's love actually.
Yeah.
When the guy goes to America, I think he starts getting laid. He goes, can happen, you know.
Yeah,
Telling you now, they'll love it.
That's so
They'll love
crazy.
it. That's one of them Scouse gangsters.
That would be
I'll
sick.
be over there.
I've got a little one,
You
yeah.
know what, Eddie?
Can't get over
What
there.
an Australian woman's never said. See that guy sweating over there? I'm gonna go ask for his number.
Watch, mate. Watch, mate.
I've heard some horror
I'm gonna go
stories
ask for
though
his
from
BMI.
Australia.
What's a horror story you have from Australia?
I was getting one guy said that this was ages ago they went over there, but there was one woman who was just like a nightmare. She was asking them to do all sorts to promote their show, like go and gig on a bus, go and gig at a bus, and they were just like, we're not doing that. And they turned up and there was 2 people in the show, and they're still owed thousands from her apparently. There was 2 people in the show, and they just went, should we not do this? And they went, we haven't even bought these tickets, we were just giving them. And they were like, we'll just leave it. And then she rang them up like, how dare you pull that fucking show? You should have done. They were like, what do you do? There was no one here. And they just said it was
That
just
sounds
a
like
terrible
That is,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like that's on them as well
Yeah.
for taking that deal or something.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a terrible story. Like it's not how it goes. Edinburgh is equally as bad, like if not worse.
Yeah, but that, at least you're at
not
home.
there either.
And there's shit gigs all over the place. I'll tell you a shit gig. Did I tell you the story with the cricket club that I had here recently?
Oh, that was before you met him as well, wasn't it? At the comedy before that, yeah.
The story. The night before the comedy station, where I was the cricket club.
Oh yeah.
This sounds like it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Was this the one in Oldham?
Yeah, yeah. So I was in
the one that you couldn't do because you turned up and you were like, "Oh, it's a benefit for suicide." And you were like, literally, my whole set
yeah.
Right. So it's Bobby Murdoch.
No, it's not.
That I was booking mine.
Oh, it's not the one there.
In a cricket club, right?
Okay.
Doing a gig. So before I went to comedy station, we were on. I'm going to this gig. I have to be on stage at 8:25 because by 8:50 and to be off stage. And be in Blackpool by 9:50, right? So I go there, and at 8:15, when I'm supposed to be on, the show's supposed to start, they're doing the end of season awards for the youth team of the cricket club. There's only 30 people in, and no one really cares. So I do I'm waiting for the awards to finish, and 15 minutes later they're still going. And I turned to the MC, who's Stevie Gray, and I said, "Is it possible that you? I need you to know if it doesn't start in like 5 minutes, and then you do 5." I can't do the gig. I have to be elsewhere. And he goes, "Yeah, leave it with me." And I'm thinking, I'm just going to go to leave. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'll miss this gig's money. That's fine, whatever. And then Stevie jumps in front of the awards spokesperson. And he said, "Can we be a diva right now and stop these awards? Listen, what it is, right? If we don't start the awards right now, we're going to lose our first comedian because we're running late and she can't stay here for too long. So we have to start the comedy right now."
This is a great way to start every show.
And I'm thinking, this is a terrible start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
And as they're shuffling into the corner where they set up like a kind of a stage, and I turned to the person who was in the middle, Charlie, a comedian, I said, "Man, like this is the worst start of a comedy show I've seen in a long time."
I'd argue it's one of the best, but
I don't know how I'm going to I'm already on the back foot. And then the lights go out, like a gudung, and I turn around, and this lights fixture has fallen off, and it's on the ground. There's this girl holding it up like this, trying to balance it out, and the light is like beaming into the ceiling. And then as like my vision adjusts, all I could see, and I realized in the second row, there's a woman clutching her head, and I realized the lone spotlight is the T. The double spotlight.
Yeah.
okay.
The spotlight has fallen off the fucking hinge on this woman's head. And she's fucking ancient. She's like 75 plus, right?
Wow.
And she's clutching her head. There's a young man next to her going, "Nana, are you okay?" And she looks up and she's sobbing. Of course she's sobbing. A fucking light has landed on your goddamn head. I'll be crying. And she typical northern fashion. She goes, "Don't mind me. I don't want to be a bother. Just start the show."
Oh my lord.
I'm like, do not start the show. There's an old woman crying in the second row. But at the same time, I'm thinking, this is fact. I'm going to miss the gig.
But
right?
your mic, you knocked your lead out your mic.
Oh.
I'm going to miss the gig.
On a roll as well.
So this is fact. I'm going to miss the gig. What the fuck am I going to do? And as this is happening, and I'm trying to navigate the times now and everything, they say to her, "Would you like to get some first aid at the back?" The show hasn't started yet, right? She goes, "Yeah." So she gets up, shuffles, crying. She's sobbing, right? Poor woman sobbing. And then an old man stands up, and this guy's like 80 with like the fuzziest fucking grey hair. Not even grey, pure white, snow white. He stands up, points at me, he goes, "It's your fault, isn't it?" I'm like, "How is it my fault? You've done this, haven't you?"
Are you on stage at this point?
No, I'm off stage.
Right.
I'm like, "No, the show hasn't started." No, I'm like, "No, I haven't done it. How did I do this?" He went, "Well, you rushed us to start the show. And look at her now. She's bleeding." And I'm like, "That's not my fault. That's shoddy lighting arrangement."
You're making excuses.
Like, how is this my fault? And he goes, "Yeah, you've rushed us. If we weren't rushing, she wouldn't be bleeding. Look at her. She's bleeding." I'm like, I don't see how this is related. And then he goes, "Yeah, it's your fault." And everybody's looking at me, the whole audience. So when he looks away, I turn to the Stevie and I'm like, "I think I'm going to leave." Because what am I going to do? So as I unplug my phone and put my jacket, he stands up again. He goes, "Where are you going?" And I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, you're not going to perform." I'm like, "No, but don't worry, there's 2 more people other than me." He goes, "So you're not coming on?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Because I said, sir, there's not enough goodwill in the entire universe for me to be funny tonight. You just accuse me of making an old lady bleed. How do you think I'm going to like make this work? It's impossible. I can't entertain anybody. He went, so you're not even doing this, are you? You came all the way here, made her bleed, and you're not even doing this. I said, no. And he went, okay, fuck off then.
You made her bleed.
And I left the gig.
Oh, so you didn't do the gig?
I had to go to fucking Blackpool. And on the way there...
Shit out. Should have gone and done 10.
No.
Dude,
no, never get on that stage.
How?
What
Just
was
for
the...
a laugh. Just
And I
like,
had 3
I'm
messages.
getting on that stage, crowd working there immediately.
riff your way out.
3 messages on Instagram from other people going, I want you to know you're shit, you're a terrible comic. And I was like, oh, really?
You haven't even performed.
What gig have you seen me at? And he went, the cricket club. I'm like, I wasn't even on there.
A real comic would have got on that stage and killed.
That's so funny.
That's a great story.
And
that.
10 minutes of light and rig material.
That's horrible.
I would have came on with a screwdriver. Sorry, guys.
I didn't have to go to
I was
Australia to do this.
on the first comedians to call and take the roof off before they've been on.
Yeah.
That's a cracking story. Well
You know
done.
what's annoying? Genuinely, I swear to God, if I didn't have Blackpool, I would have stuck around
Yeah.
just to see how horrible it can be.
What was the was it Baxter follow? Or you went to get cash for the night or what?
Bobby
I don't know,
Murdoch,
because
I reckon
the
it's
money
cash.
did not arrive anywhere.
Yeah.
So who was on the bill? Who else? Stevie, and then who's the middle?
What was it meant to be? Was it meant to be Baxter?
Charlie,
Oh, some middle. Chart.
no.
Rochi ended up doing it though. I know that.
Andy
Roach, he closed.
No, he didn't close. He went like
Whatever.
So
Sally
who-
O'Sullivan or something.
Oh, Sully.
Right.
Whatever.
Did you not message Sully and find out how it went?
I heard the gig went very well
Right?
because they
You galvanised them.
all
Galvanised them and
galvanised them.
hated
They all
you.
collectively hated me.
Every one of the comedians went on stage.
I've
and
done that,
I said,
George.
Said you're a cunt.
Or for the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing.
Well done. I've done that.
Yeah, I'm glad that cunt's gone.
You know,
hey,
saved that
hey,
gig.
He's ran from this gig the way he ran from national service.
You've saved that
I'd have
gig,
been
George.
straight on there.
Still think you
so
should have done
funny.
10 and got paid.
I would have demanded me money.
I don't know. Like, I
If
didn't
it was
demand-
cash and the minute I saw it going the way it was going, I'd have got me cash before I went on stage. I'd have been like, listen, when these awards finish, I've got to go on and get off so I can have me cash first, and then I'd have just fucked off.
I'd be funny.
What?
And then
I'd be-
I'd have dealt with the promoter. I'd have just gone, when they call me going, I've heard you ran from this gig, I'll go, yeah, it wasn't on time, tough. I've got me money, tough. I don't give a work for you again.
Yeah.
But if it was Baxter follow, I'd have been on the phone. I'd have made sure I got my money for that night. Just because.
Yeah, but he couldn't have. He didn't gig. Like he could. They had to
It's
replace
not
him
his
with
fault.
someone else.
It's not his fault he couldn't gig.
I mean, it's not his fault.
They
The
knew
old
he had-
lady's bleeding, but I mean, the guy.
Yeah,
was
but,
really sold on that.
I'm telling you now, I'd have made sure it'd have been a point of like, I'm getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Like, because or that our fellas won. If I don't get paid for that our fellas won, and I'd have been like, no,
George is scared that woman's going to sue him. That's what it is.
Well, she can sue me. I've got nothing. She can take all my debt.
Was it busy?
You've got an house there
It was
waiting
like
for
40 people.
Oh my God, that's awful.
It wasn't. It
There
wasn't.
was 40 people.
Even just him getting in front of the kids, like, stop
How many
now.
ye-
That's weird. That's
how many
awkward
YouTubers-
already.
Funny, that's
How many
know what I
YouTube
mean?
awards was there?
The what? Yeah.
It was like 10 kids getting awards, but they were also doing speeches about how well the team has performed. And how
Who booked that? You booked that yourself?
it was like Bobby Merritt. It was like a gig on the way to a gig.
How was it sold to you though? How was it sold to you? Like, was Bobby honest, or like did he rush in it and tell you how lovely it is? Now it's been going for years. And you
He
get
wasn't
there,
sold to me. It was like, we're
was
trying to do a gig at then.
It's a little
There and
pickup,
then I
isn't
said,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. Just go and
Yeah, but-
get there, stand in the corner,
Yeah.
make noise, and get paid.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like,
And
it wasn't like,
you didn't quite achieve that.
noise was made. Noise
Yeah, he caused
there was
fuss,
noise was
didn't
made.
get paid.
People were screaming.
Is that the worst
Have you
experience you've had at a gig?
text Bobby to
No,
find out?
I had a man who once got off the front row, jumped on stage to punch me.
Did he
His
punch- did
family held him back. He was screaming at me to go the fuck back where I came from.
Holy shit.
And
Alright.
the security came over.
Where was this?
London Piccadilly Comedy Club, which is
Oh,
next to
right.
the comedy store in the basement.
Wow.
I did keep calling him a cunt a
Right.
lot. But he deserved it.
How was he doing?
Well, when I was
Bit of close.
when I was talking, he got up to get a drink, Instead of like just getting up and going, he got up, came on stage, and walked in front of me.
Oh, well then,
went to get a drink, and then came back and did the exact same thing. And when he came back the second time, I went whoop whoop, cantalet, and then and then he went, "What did you say?" And he sat down. I said, "I called you a cunt."
Yeah.
And I said, "And I called you a cunt because you are one." I said, "What's your name?" He goes, "Dave." I'm like, "Yeah." That adds up, Dave the cunt. I said, everybody hates you, Dave. All your friends hate you. They think you're a cunt. But you're in the group chat now, so they can't get rid of you.
That's so funny.
And they're like, are we going to invite Dave? Who, the cunt? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Well, he's in here already. I'm here. Okay, come with us, Dave. Don't be a cunt today, though. But you know what? You failed. You're a cunt again. Cunt again, cunt forever. And then he goes...
Was everyone laughing?
People are laughing, but people are going, the audience are going, what? Like, but Dave is going... At one point he goes, why don't you go the fuck back where you came from? In my head I thought, I've won this one.
Yeah.
Once you say this, I've won it.
I've forced this man to be racist.
And then he goes, and then I'm like, Dave, that's very naughty. Do you know that you're not supposed to say this? But you're a cunt, of course you would say that. So he jumps to punch me. He's like, people like grab him, and there was like a pull-up banner at the back of the room. So I went behind the pull-up banner, and then like I keep picking out.
No way, that's
I picked
funny.
out. I said, Dave, can we have a truce? I promise I'll stop calling you a cunt if you stop acting like one.
That's
That's
so
when the
good.
security came. And grabbed me, and like,
So good.
I've been waiting outside.
How long into the set? And
Like halfway through.
did you stay on and do the full set in there?
I did 2 more minutes and I left
Right.
through the other door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
the right.
the other door.
So you've done your 20 though.
Yeah,
was
and then Belfast Empire was the worst one, I think.
Go on, what happened there?
I did. I can't even remember how bad it was. All I remember is, like I blacked out, but I did half the time I was supposed to do. And then Ben Crompton, who's a Geordie comic who's been on Game of Thrones, he was in Northern Ireland filming. So when I put on Facebook that I'm about to do the Empire, that thing I'm going to bomb, I could tell it was in the room for me. I think I'm going to bomb, and he came to watch. And then when I came off stage, he texted me. He said, "Come backstage, come to the bar. I have a pint for you." And I wanted to find him. This is how badly it went. A man goes on stage, does a roly-poly. After I went off, security goes on, grabs him, and as he's dragging him away, he said, "Why are you dragging me away?" And then another audience member went, "Don't drag him away. That roly-poly was way funnier than that Turkish cunt."
Turkish cunt, that's so funny.
And everybody else applauded.
That's so funny.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Who were you on the bill with?
Mickey Bartlett. I didn't know it was me and Mickey Bartlett.
fucking love a
And
question,
Phil
you.
Nickel. Phil, I thought, look, Mickey Bartlett
Phil was killing.
Mickey Bartlett was destroying it. I was like,
That's a proper death then. When when the others destroy and you tank, that's death.
and
When everyone
and-
else does
and
well.
Phil Nickel goes on, does one encore,
Even better. This gets better.
then they go for a second encore,
Oh, fabulous.
and he said, "No, thanks, that's my time." And he comes off stage, he goes, "I didn't give him a second encore because they were very mean to you." I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Phil knows he's being a dick there.
Everyone gets one. Everyone gets one.
Yeah, and I didn't remember who the MC was. And the one year I'm with Mickey,
That's
I'm
a good
telling him the
death.
story about my death at the Belfast Empire, how much I'm bombing. I'm like, and the MC was killing. And Mickey went, "Yeah, no, I was the MC." I'm like, "You were the
Right,
MC?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Fuck."
And you only did half your time as well.
17 out of 30 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have some great death stories. I have one in Leeds. Motor traders.
How bad's this?
Motor traders.
Corporate. The stage is
George is a very good comedian, by the way.
the stage is 5 meters big, 5 meters long.
Yeah.
And then, but the cable is the very, very back of the stage.
Yeah.
It's 1 meters long. So imagine if the stage is there.
Oh, yeah.
At the back, right? So, and this magician has gone on before me. He's got the boss on stage, and people think it's the best thing that's
Yeah.
ever happened to them.
Yeah, because you
Right?
embarrassed the boss.
And then they go, "Right, are you ready for the comedian?" I spoke to the boss before. He had seen me live, so he liked me. So his name was like Mike.
You didn't want to be
And,
audible to
See
the
him in
boss.
the
'cause you liked
Belfast
you.
Empire and thought, I fancy this in ours.
His name was Mike. So I go on stage, I do whatever, and it's not really working. I have a bit that back then, it's still like a bit I do sometimes, but back then it was my best bit.
Yeah.
And the bit was that I was in London, I was hanging out with a comedian, and we got on very well. Then we gigged together in like Manchester 3 months later. And when I went to meet him backstage before he went on, he didn't recognize me. And that was like, how do you not remember me? Like, and Greeks are very proud. And I got into my pride. And that was very nasty.
Who was it?
I was like,
Who was it?
I was like, you piece of shit, how can you not remember me? And he was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, you've been like on Live at the Apollo, that's what happened. And you forgot everybody you've ever met? Is that what happened?
Who do you think it is?
And he went, I don't have time for this. And I went, fuck off then. And he went on stage. I realized under the lights it wasn't him. But they had the same body height, the same body build, the same facial hair.
What colour was the skin as well?
Yeah. The bit is, he gave it away. The same body height, same body build, and same facial hair. And I went backstage and said, sorry, might have confused you for this, the other person. And then someone went.
The other person?
And, this other person. And he went, did you confuse them because they're both black? And I was like, well, yes.
No.
Yes, but if you're ever going to confuse two people, it better be the same fucking race. Why do you make it about the color of someone's skin? Did you confuse
This is a wild interaction, by the way. I love it. It's
Did you
just
confuse them
so...
because they're black? I'm like, I didn't confuse them because they're black, but it fucking helped.
Yeah.
Because if you're ever going to confuse two people, they better be the same
because
race.
he's white,
and none of us is racist, but we've all confused two people. And we've all confused a white and a white, a black person and a black person, a Chinese person and a Japanese person. We've all done it. That's the bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is a great bit. I'm going to turn it around.
I love the optimism.
When the audience aren't listening, if you're invested from the beginning, then we're all complicit in confusing someone.
Yeah.
But when you're not listening and you come in halfway through, it's just a Greek man on stage going, they all look the same.
Yeah.
So it looked different. So I'm bombing. And as I do this, like it goes even worse. And then a guy from the back goes, I think you're done, mate.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I? He goes, I think you're done. And I'm like, I think I am. And I knew I was done. And I turned to the mic. I said, well, your boss paid me for half an hour. And I've done 14 minutes.
Oh.
Whatever, right? So, Mike, am I done? And he went, yeah, you can come off now. And I said,
that's nice of him.
And I'm thinking now, this is for me, right? This is entertainment for me.
Yeah.
I said, Mike, but like it's now 15 minutes, but you contracted me for 30 minutes. If I come off stage now, will I get a pro rata payment? Or I'll get the full fee because it's Christmas and I'd like to get all the money because I'd like to get some presents. And he goes, we've sent money to your agent already. I'm like, so I've been fully paid already?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, you've been fully paid. I went, well, in that case, it's only right I do my time.
No way. Hostage situation.
I do 15 minutes.
Oh, fuck off.
To absolute dismay.
Who does that?
People were furious.
Oh, this is gangster.
So bad.
To be honest, I'd have been there going, fair play to them.
It was so bad. 2 minutes before I finished, someone said, this hasn't gone any better than you thought it had. And then someone else, here, I help you out. And they threw a towel on stage like it's a boxing
like a white
match.
towel.
That's
That's
funny,
sick.
yeah.
I love that.
And I'm
That's
like,
great. Don't know why
where
somebody's
did
got
you
a white
find the
It's
towel?
quite funny, yeah.
This is a restaurant. How the fuck have you found the towel? And then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then someone had ordered the waiter to bring me a triple shot of ouzo as a reward for finishing my set. So I do the ouzo and I left, snowing outside, went to the station, train was cancelled, took a megabus, was home at 5 a.m.
Real tough.
Why would you just...
That's I respect that.
That is gangster, that, but at the same time, it's gangster to an extent of like, why you actually waited 15 minutes?
No, but with the corporate, you always do your time. Even though he gave you the out, it's like you have to because then you can't complain or you didn't do it. It wasn't funny, but whatever.
I thought if I say, well, in that case, it's only fair I carry on. They would have gone, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
But instead, everybody went.
So did you think you were going? You went.
Was you
I'm
waiting for
gonna
that
get
one
these.
big laugh? Was that what it was? You waiting for that one big laugh to go?
I just thought it'd be funny. It'd be funny if I said the opposite of what they expected. I'm going to carry on and then carry on.
Yeah.
Someone would think, at least one person might have gone, that's hilarious.
I would have loved that. Like, I'd have been in the corner.
No one.
That would have.
This is great. This is fucking great. This, go on, just be on.
You couldn't follow a magician. That's what I heard. That's the story I'm telling, buddy.
Yeah.
You could not follow a magician.
No, I do think that the idea that staying on would tip them over into they go, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Go on. But the fact they've got to know even more is the best.
To be fair, I
part.
had a similar.
And that's how bad comedy can get.
Yeah.
It can get so bad, and then at the end of the day, you still go home unscathed.
Yeah.
You're like, that was right.
Well, if you enjoyed it, then like, because I did a bit on Friday, I was comparing, and there's someone in hot water, and there's someone in from Newcastle, and they're like, oh, I love your city, and I was like, oh, great. Well, what have you done? Like, oh, we walked around city centre. I was like, yeah. And he went, that's it. I was like, well, how'd you love our city then? I said, what have you been to in our city? And they're like, oh, we went bowling. I went, they're not bowling where you're from. And they're like, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this fucking, and then they're like, what else you got to do? You going to this? No. What are you doing tomorrow? We're going go-karting. I was like, you're on a stag, like, it's like a couple's weekend. It's like, you just come on a stag too. It's like, you're not even seeing the city. And they're like, the Albert Dock's nice. It's like, oh, sound, you walked around it. Oh, no, we just like looked at it from like the city centre. And then I just started going at them. And I was like, just accusing this woman of having no culture. I was like, what's your favourite song? What's your favourite this? What's your favourite that? And then people were laughing at first. And they got to the point where they're going, you're just bullying this poor woman now. Just having a go at this poor woman. I was thinking it's hilarious because I like going, what's your favourite painting?
Yeah.
Like, have you got a favourite poem? Like,
What's your favourite poem?
What?
What's your favourite poem?
Well, I was saying this is not even if.
The one on the Relentless can.
I was like, what about if? What about that
Allen
Seamus?
Poe.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
What about Seamus Heaney? That one they all do at funerals, not even that. And they all just, you could see the room had turned. They'd be like, you are just bullying this poor girl now. And I think I'm playing up to this whole proud Scouser bit. And I'm like, we've got a slavery museum. Go and do that at least. Like, come on.
It's a slavery museum.
Yeah. And then I was like, we're the only place in the world that's got one of them.
Is it anti-slavery?
What?
Is it anti-slavery?
It takes a neutral position.
Neutral, yeah.
Neutral?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there was some good
It
things.
depends. You go in, they're like, which one do you want?
Yeah.
You want the one where we're gutted about
There's
this,
two
or you want the one we shouldn't have done it?
There's two entrances.
Here's a question. If you found out your family money has come from the slave trade, what would you do?
Nothing.
Say fuck all.
I mean, we're white.
What can you do now?
I wouldn't tell no one.
You don't have any family money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So
tell no one.
if you came from money, you realize there was slave trade money, you do nothing?
Well, what could I do?
I don't know. I have this-
Reparations, give it back to the blacks.
to the blacks.
It's what
Will that cause more trouble than it's worth?
what blacks though?
Yeah.
They might go, who the fuck are you?
Well, don't like make them fight over it, nothing like that. Like,
Like
you
a
throw
Hunger Games.
in a pit.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Always do like a Hunger Games.
Whoever
whoever
survive
wants-
gets it. It's
I
not
don't know. What am I meant to do? Have you got an answer to this?
No, I like because you mentioned the slavery, and on the way here,
you were
I was
just-
reading that Benedict Cumberbatch, his all his
family money comes from
came from
slavery,
the
yeah.
Jamaican slave trade.
Oh,
And
right.
when they emancipated the slaves, they gave his family back in the 1800s 3.5 million.
You know, we only stopped paying that off this year.
What do you mean?
So the government, when they emancipated slavery, paid all slave owners off to let the slaves go, like a loss of earnings sort of thing.
Yeah,
And they're still paying it now.
And it was that much that I think it was last year. Only last year did they stop paying the money they owed the banks for paying off these.
the banks.
You know.
Well, the government had to get a loan out.
So I thought the Cumberbatch had the direct debit for the loss of slaves still.
Slave tax. Thank you. That's back in.
Yeah, but he's got money now, so
On the
he doesn't need
31st
it.
is
He's got his
like-
own millions. He's not giving back his millions.
The loan we
No,
took off the
think-
bank, we only finished paying back last year the money that we paid
That's
out
crazy.
to slave owners.
And do you know what he did? I was reading this, and then it said that he went he did a 12 years a slave,
Yeah.
and he played a slave owner
Yeah.
in 12 years a slave in a way to amend for what he did as an apology. I'm like, well, that's an apology. He made millions.
I was going to say, did you get a fee for it? Like,
Yeah.
Did you get a fee?
He didn't even give it to charity. He was like, how much?
Yeah.
3 million?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, black people.
Yeah.
This is how sorry I am. I'll take the money.
Yeah, but I played myself as a terrible slave owner just to make slave owners look bad. I played myself as a terrible slave owner as an apology to you.
Went method.
That's so
That's
funny.
crazy, right? I was like, man, if I had this money, well, I don't know what I would do.
What do you mean you don't know what you do?
Like, would you give it to charity, or would you like?
What do you mean give it to charity?
Well, it has to be like a black charity, wouldn't it? Like
yeah. You wouldn't
BLM
give it
or something
to
like
you wouldn't give it to the KKK
What are you on
association.
about?
What?
What are you on about?
Like he's saying if it was family money.
Yeah, but the Cumberbatch family don't have 30 million just sitting in the bank.
Yeah, they do.
They don't. They have the Cumberbatch. They have in loads of investments and property and stuff which they own. So you saying what they're going to sell everything
the
up,
property
sell
and
everything up,
give it
and just
to,
give it.
to the local
I
community.
mean, nobody's doing that. Though. What are you on
Exactly.
about? That's crazy.
There's too much admin. Even black people will be like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that admin." No, you can. You're
but
right.
you know what they're like? Lazy.
Yeah, just give them like a few pairs
Can
of
you say
Jordans
that?
or whatever. They'll be happy.
I can't say anything.
I don't know if you could
I
say
can't
that,
say
Jones.
anything,
Well,
but I think I stood
that's
up.
definitely not getting close
I
out.
stood up for against slave trade for so long. I can say this now. I think.
Right. Okay.
To subvert.
Why, what have you done?
subvert.
What have you done to be against slave trade?
Hmm?
Have you been in an anti-slavery march?
To be Greeks were slaves for 400 years of the Turkish occupation. So
Yeah,
I know.
but then
I
you
know
had
the
slaves
struggle. My
before that,
generational
right?
trauma is strong.
Right.
You've had slaves as well.
So
Greeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so long ago. And have you seen the Parthenon? It looks marvelous. Like, so what?
Yeah,
Did I
Xerxes.
black
Yeah,
people
but-
say
Okay, here's the thing about slavery, right? There used to be a time.
the thing about
There used to be a time in ancient Greece when anybody could be a slave. The problem with slavery is white people came in and they made it about race. There was a
still
time.
slaves
There
now.
was a time
Yeah.
when anybody
There's
could be a
Indian
slave.
slaves in Qatar right now.
Okay.
There's Indian slaves in Qatar right now.
Yeah, but they're still like being targeted for being Indians. You know, if Qatar employs white slaves also, I'll respect that.
So
I think
do you-
it's when race comes in.
Do you think there's no
I'm
white
not-
slaves?
I'm pro-slavery
Do you-
against racism.
Do you think there's no white
Anti-racism.
slaves? Do you think there's no white slaves?
I think there's white people made slavery terrible. Back in ancient
Terrible. What was so beforehand? It was all right.
Back in ancient Greece, if you owed money to someone and you couldn't pay their debt, you became a slave to them. They didn't think, "Oh, you're black, so you're lesser than me." They thought, "How much? All right, you come
You
in
were
now."
poor.
That was the end of it. Like, and white people ruined a very honorable concept.
Yeah, but we probably done it over like trial and error or something. You know what I mean? We figured out blacks were the best at lifting stuff and running and
equal
stuff.
opportunity slavery.
Yeah.
That's what we had.
I realised what I
You
do now.
lost the
Coming
bet.
back
You
to
got to
money.
make the bed now.
That's crazy.
But fucking white people ruin things again.
Right.
Can't trust them with
What do you
anything.
class yourself as?
In Greece, white, but here I painfully discovered
In
I am
Greece,
not white.
No, you're not.
I'm white in Greece, but here I'm white other.
Right. Yeah.
What other, baby? All the privilege, none of the guilt.
And you're
That's good.
being very liberal with that other as well.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm definitely a minority, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think my accent allows me to say things.
Yeah. I do think your accent can give you.
My accent allows me to say race-related things, but I'm very aware I have a hugely misogynistic and homophobic accent. Like if I say
That's weird, that though, 'cause you're all gay.
if I do like misogynistic jokes, people would think he probably means it. But if I say something about racism, they go, "Oh, he can get it."
That's
He's fine."
strange, that though, because Greeks were well-known gay, weren't they?
Yeah, my gayest nation ever existed.
Yeah, you used to bully
Yeah.
each other all the time.
Yeah, but for sure, it was
Show of strength, wasn't
Naked
it?
statues.
some great times.
Yeah.
You haven't loved it.
Have you ever bummed anyone?
No, I have not. What, like
No,
man
like
or
a
woman?
male.
A male? No, but you know what? I'm very.
Would you suck a penis?
I am really pleased that you think I'll be doing the bumming, because anytime I've ever had a conversation about me being gay, people assume I'll be the one getting bummed.
Yeah, I definitely think you'd be the one getting bummed.
No,
Yeah.
I'll be top
No, you're not at all.
for sure.
You just beat your bottom lip then.
haven't got- you haven't got
That
top
was
energy.
very bottom energy.
You haven't
That.
got top.
No,
You
I'll
went,
be top.
I'll be
for
top.
You shook your shoulders and went, I'd be top.
I'll be top for sure.
Would you, if you went to Thailand on your own, would you suck a transsexual's cock?
Oh, not this again.
Oh,
This again.
this is an ongoing question.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's just.
'Cause me and Simon
like
have
to
belief
ruminate.
me and Simon have belief that if no one finds out, there's depths people will go to.
Yeah.
A lot, big.
Yeah. No one ever, if you
No one was
complete
ever going to
anonymity,
find out.
human beings would do some depraved.
Not even
stuff.
depraved.
The
just things
thing
they'd never admit.
stopping you is
Well,
that someone might find out.
Yeah.
What, yeah, but that being said, then it's very possible you've done horrific things and no one found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is.
Would you suck a winky?
That's taken. Is it the real podcast? This one?
I don't know what this thing show is anymore.
Or is this,
There's
or
more
is this-
hidden cameras than those ones, trust me.
Or is
All over the show.
We just have to make noise for an hour and 37.
We don't know what we've
We've
said.
said
What
some
race
questionable
should be
things.
slaves?
No, what I'm saying is it the podcast or am I going to get murdered?
Oh, no, there's no murder.
Oh, no, you're not going to get murdered now.
So,
Well, we
Couldn't be
don't know
arsed.
that, but
Couldn't
hopefully
be
not.
honest with the admin.
You really hate admin.
Yeah.
This man is very against admin.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, isn't everyone?
Yeah, I mean,
Who's
who am I
for
to judge?
admin?
I've got a bus lane fine there that I literally don't have to pay because I'm allowed in bus lanes because I've got a taxi. And
Because he's a wide load.
part of me, only because my wife is going to fill the form in, am I appealing it? Otherwise, I'd just pay it because I couldn't be arsed to fill the form in.
Isn't paying also admin?
No.
I've been done on the motorway with a fucking driving in a red cross lane.
No, because you can just click and it's gone.
I represented myself in court once.
Of course you did. Of course.
Oh,
What
my
for?
Lord.
Driving
George
offence or
versus
something
the
more
country
sinister.
of Greece.
I've done it 4 times.
Yeah, 4 times.
Like a Simpsons episode, then, innit?
Did you win?
I've won 3.
You won 3 or 4?
George versus
Yeah.
the
Oh, wow,
country.
that's very impressive.
It's just easy. It's just magistrate.
What did you represent yourself in court for?
On my phone. Only magistrate stuff. On my phone, speeding 3 times, and on my phone once.
Which one?
Oh no, sorry. On my phone, speeding twice and parking on zigzags.
What did you get away with?
I got away with the phone, the 2 speedings,
How'd you get the phone away?
Yeah.
because the police had no evidence. 2, when they put the number, they said they checked my phone to see what number I'd called, and they said I called myself. So I just took my phone contact with me and went, I can't call myself. The police, are they trying to say I was on the phone to myself? And so basically they fucked that up. And they said they were in an unmarked car and they were in a marked car. So basically because they couldn't recall properly what had happened.
Oh, that's like, bad evidence. They just throw it out, don't they?
Yeah, straight away.
Wow. Nice.
2 speeding ones, I just denied I did it.
What, have they not got a photo?
What? No, that's it. They pulled me over.
Oh,
Said
that
I was-
sort of
said I was
catching speed. Right.
I just denied I did it, and then when I was like, again, it was how have they done it? They've got to follow you a certain amount of time,
Right.
and both times they couldn't recall whether they'd followed
Did
me.
you know the regulations? And that's why you went for it, because you knew you had the case.
With the phone one, as soon
Or
as
was
they
it like good crack?
with the phone one, as soon as they sent me what they'd done, I'd do straight away. Well, you fucked up here, so we get away with the speeding ones. I took a chance, and because they've got no evidence in the magistrates, they just fucking went. What? Like, cause it was basically, what are you convicted me on here? Like hearsay.
Wow.
And I was like, you pulled me up, and I just didn't do it. And police can never remember. They can't remember. They pull that many people over.
Yeah,
they can't remember who they've done.
Sometimes they don't even rock up, do they? Like sometimes
No,
like the guy
they
won't
don't.
even rock up, and then you'll be like,
get away with it. And then so I always take a chance going to court, because you never get more than what they're going to give you anyway. You only get what they're going to give you, and you get maybe like an extra £60 fine for the court fees. It's like, take the risk. And then the zigzag one, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I signed the statement,
Yeah.
because they write it all down and then you sign the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I signed it, and then so like all the arguments I tried to make, and I thought I was definitely gonna get away with it, because I was like, because he had this thingy.
Professional outfit here, George.
Yeah, because he had he was in one of the Matrix vans with a camera on. Didn't have the camera on. So my first time was, why's your camera?
Matrix vans.
Yeah. Like a big, massive police van.
You've seen
Oh man, I thought it was a Matrix. I thought
No,
like,
no.
Something I missed.
Do they have them outside of Liverpool, or is it just Liverpool they have Matrix fans?
Must just be a Merseyside thing.
Oh,
I thought they had them
that's what I
everywhere.
was thinking.
Like the big yellow vans. Sort of
What they
thing.
call the Matrix vans before the Matrix came out, you think?
I don't know. What does it stand for? Does it stand for
Matrix stand
anything?
for what?
Merseyside.
Oh, that's
something.
been before Neo, yeah.
But yeah, so he didn't have the video on.
The
So
end.
my first argument was like, oh, why wouldn't you put the video on to capture me doing it? Because I tried to argue that I'd crawled slowly past the chippy,
Right.
so someone could look for the mates, when in reality I'd parked up so we could grab his mates in.
Yeah.
I was like, why wouldn't you have the video camera on? How long was you watching me for if you knew I was parked and all that? Because I'd sign the sheet and stuff.
So you don't have to sign it, eh? You don't
No,
have
you
to.
can just say, no, I'm not signing that.
Oh, sick.
It's very hard to convince someone you didn't go in the chippy.
You'd be like, let's go in the chippy. We got a few eyewitnesses here for sure.
Imagine
Yeah.
if that's
like-
what the grounds
like
they
someone-
convicted you on.
All we got to do is do a stock take in this chippy.
Yeah.
So you
What's
skip-
left? Oh, he was here.
Yeah, you skip the chips? No way.
Yeah.
Did they believe me if I said I was slowly crawling past it so I could smell it?
What were you?
They'd be like, yeah, you know what? That's believable, that. Yeah, let's let him off.
What were
so
you in
funny.
court for?
Child molestation. Guilty.
Heard the accent went, well,
I was on the train from Newcastle to Manchester, and I wanted the counter to get a ticket.
yeah.
And when I was on the train, I show my ticket, and she goes, "Oh, this is a shooting ticket." I'm like, I had no idea. And I said, I didn't know. And she goes, "Well,
how do you have no idea? Do you not order a shooting ticket?"
Because I went to the counter, so can I have a ticket, please? They just gave me a ticket.
Right.
So the counter just issued me a ticket.
They assumed you're a student.
I had no idea. And she goes, "Well, you have the wrong ticket." I said, "Can I pay the difference?" She went, "No, you have to pay the full price." I said, "Well, I don't want to. That doesn't make sense." And she offered me the chance to appeal. And then when I was waiting for the letter, I broke up with my girlfriend at the time, and I left the house, so they didn't pick up the letter until 1 week before court. I met up with her to pick up some stuff. She gives me the letter. They had misspelled my name, even though I gave her my debit card. She copied it to the debit card, and then that cheeky fucking bitch has written on the report that she offered me the chance to pay the difference, and I declined.
Right.
And I went. I was so angry, and I went to the court, and I went with all the previous tickets I had ever had, like the paper tickets. We were full price. I'm like, look at all my tickets are full price. Why would I get a student one now? That makes no sense. And then also she misspelled my name.
Yeah.
She misspelled my name. She misspelled everything. Mm-hmm. So this woman can't even take names down. How the fuck does she? Is she good at anything else?
Right.
So that was my defense. My defense was,
she's unreliable.
She's
she fucked it up, right? So I go there, and I could have just not turned up because I had moved out of the address and my name was misspelled. No, that's not me.
Right.
That's the end of it. But I'm like, look, I want to show you, like, I'm honorable enough to turn up and correct my name and say that it was me.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake. And then they go, so would you like to plead guilty or not guilty? And I tell them, like, everything I just told you. And they said, actually, this is not what you're supposed to do. You just presented your evidence before you pleaded. So you have to come back in 3 months. That's what for. They said it's a mistrial.
Yeah.
And then the night before, I had gone out with Tom State in Newcastle. I had gone home at 7 a.m.
Oh, no.
And then I had gone from Newcastle to Sheffield by 9:30. So I was wearing jeans and this shirt that was not even ironed.
Oh.
And she goes, the chairman, judge,
No,
the judge,
magistrate.
yeah, whatever. And she goes, sir, do you not have legal representation? And I stood up. They had a mustard stain on my trousers. I said, look at this. Do you think I can afford a lawyer?
He's opening with me.
Yes.
Order, riffing in the court.
Yeah, but straight away you were like, well, that's why you got a student ticket. Like, guilty.
And you're like, well, by your accent, that's probably hummus.
Did she laugh?
Let the record show that's hummus, not mustard.
Did you get a laugh?
So, they giggled and they said, we'll have to see you in a few months. So I go back in January.
Another trial spot.
I go back in
It was the judge spanking my video. Just milking you for more.
So I go back in January, and I sit down, but I didn't know what I had done wrong. So when they asked me guilty or not guilty, I just did the same thing again. And then she goes, "Were you here 3 months ago?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Did you not learn anything from? You're not supposed to provide." I'm like, "I don't know what you mean." She goes, "You're causing a mistrial because you presented your evidence before the case is presented. You're supposed to say guilty or not guilty." But I was going, what is guilt anyway?
Smart ass.
So at the beginning, I was like, I don't know what. I said, on the paper, I look guilty, but you should take the intent into account because look at everything I have. I was very good at it. Like the words I was using was just like, you have to come back again in 3 months. Like I got to Australia and they came back in May.
You came back what?
And they said,
how long has this gone on for a
the
train?
train tickets cost more than the fine.
After Australia, when they finished, the festival finished.
Yeah.
So I come back and then I have the trial, and I go in, and I knew not to say guilty because they told me if I do this again, I'll be done for contempt. So I was like, I can't fuck. So they say guilty or not guilty, and I said, not guilty.
Look at the tickets.
Not guilty. And they went, I said, is there a third option? And she was like, no. I'm like, well, not guilty. And then we start presenting the case. And then the woman who was the ticket inspector came in to provide evidence in the witness stand. And the trained prosecutor, whatever, he was asking her questions. Do you remember the man that was? Yeah. Can you point at him? Yeah. What did you recall? And she said, well, I recall he was very argumentative and very loud, really bullshit. And I said, objection.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't. You said I'd love to do that. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
You're
It
not
was so
allowed
cool.
to.
That is sick. Did you wear the wig and everything? I bet you did.
They
You
said- and they
don't
said-
do that over here.
Do you know?
They said we don't do objections in the UK
Yeah.
courts. And I went, do you not? She goes, no, this is a UK court. We don't have objections. But anyway, what's your problem? And I went, what's bullshit?
Wait, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's so funny. That
You can close next time.
you did a sentence. That's so funny.
What's
That
bullshit?
I don't know what
And
that is either. But
Yeah, and she goes, well, you're very brash, very, very arrogant. And I went, oh, okay. And then
Thank you.
So just Greek.
They asked me, do you want to ask any questions? And I went, tell me, madam, would you say you're good at your job? Yeah. And would you say you're detail oriented? She goes, yeah. I'm like, so you remember everything, right? There's no chance you got anything wrong about the interaction we had because you remember it very well. She goes, I can. And you don't really make mistakes. You're very detail oriented. She goes, I am. Well, if you're detail oriented, how come you couldn't even copy my name down correctly from a debit card? If you can't even do that much correctly, why do I trust you to remember what happened in an interaction when you can't even copy down a name properly? And I thought,
yeah, that's slammed dunk.
Slammed dunk.
Yeah, that's over.
fucking
Yeah.
nailed it. And then everybody went, and she went, well, I made a mistake. And everybody went, yeah, she just made a mistake.
What? That was your whole case. That was your whole defence.
One
Relying on that.
misspelling. One misspelling.
That was everything. And then
George is like, can you try this glove on?
and then I went, well, I guess. And then I guess that's all the questions.
Fucking hell.
How's this gone on for a fucking year?
That is so funny.
That is all the
That
questions.
is
I
so
guess-
funny.
I guess
And what
that's the thing.
happened?
So she goes, and then they go and went deliberate. And the lawyer, the prosecution
Such a
guy,
waste of time that this is happening.
the prosecution guy
Yeah.
who has seen me twice so far,
Yeah.
he went, have you got a law degree or something? I went, no, I've done biochemistry at university. He goes, what do you do now? Like, I'm a comedian. He goes, you'd make a great lawyer, a great barrister. Like, you're good at this.
Yeah.
It's like start a
I
film.
said, thanks, man. I know it's not personal. You're just doing your job. He went, yeah, it's nothing personal, but you've done a good case. I said, what do you think? I'm going to win? He goes, nah. I'm telling you this now. You're not going to win. I'm like, well, we'll see about that, won't we? So they come
As long as
back
you're
out,
fine.
and the court, Sheffield Magistrates Court, said that I presented my case, and even though I was very eloquent
Yeah.
and articulate
You know what bullshit meant?
and bolshy and maybe slightly arrogant, I made a good case. However, I was on the train without the appropriate ticket, so I was guilty. I was ordered to pay. The ticket was £40. The full ticket was £63. They charged me 370.
Oh my god.
And ever since,
Court
I've been
fees,
scamming the train companies relentlessly.
Oh, yeah. So you did
That's
pay
right.
that one? The
I
big.
paid it, yeah.
Oh.
So you lost.
Yeah, but
You just take it off, yeah?
I thought
lost.
that was going to be
I
a
lost.
happy ending. That.
So did I. I thought, yeah, that's
There was
sad.
no happy
that-
ending, guys. I lost.
That's
That's
a
why I
funny
was very
bit, that,
pleased
though.
you won. Because
Well, I
someone
need
told
the
me,
toilet now, but that was.
someone told me a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. That's what they say.
That's easy. Just
Well,
It
it's not that
depends.
easy.
That's so funny. That I object. I object.
Objection. And they went, we don't do that in the UK court system. Do you not? No, that sounds fun. He was like, what's the question? And I was like, what's bullshit?
You should tell us on stage. It's funny that.
yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah, you should have started arguing there. I'm not bullshit. I'm Greek. Call them all racist. Play the
That
race
is-
card.
Crazy.
Genuinely, that's what happened to me though. Like, I think me being Greek has been sometimes misconstrued.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
As bullshit argumentative. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, when I won, it was just a case of the police had fucked up that much. It was
yeah.
like
Yeah,
they were on
yeah.
the worst thing you could see when I won. So you know they have the little interaction with the solicitor while they're off.
Yeah.
He told me I'd won when because I'd spoke. I was like, he turned to me and he was like, I said, oh, I'm studying law, or I'm going to start studying law in September, and he was like, oh, sound, and I was like, what you reckon there? Sort of thing. And he went, oh, you've won this one, and he was like, but you could see.
Yeah.
So, in the interaction before the court case, he's standing there, and the police come and see him, and he's literally, they must do it all the time. They think nothing of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So the solicitor just goes to him, and goes, here's the statement from the day. Just go and read up on that before you go into the court,
Yeah.
just to get yourself up to date with it. So he gives them it. So they do it, but obviously they're just arrogant as fuck. The police officer goes, yeah, sound. Just takes it and just like doesn't look at it once.
Yeah.
And then gets into court and then just starts making all these mistakes. And you can see the solicitor just like, for fuck's sake. Like, literally, I think at one point, he just put his head in his hands and he was like, yeah, we're in an unmarked car, yeah. And then, like, so like you say, when you're asking questions, I'm just there going, did you say you were in an unmarked car? Because even while he's doing it, he can't tell them.
So he's on the witness stand. You're asking
on the
him,
witness
you're
stand.
cutting him off as he's doing this.
The solicitor is asking him questions, and he goes, "Yeah, we're in an unmarked car," and the solicitor tries to help him and goes, "Yeah." So just double checking you were in a what vehicle was you in? Basically saying to him, "You've made a mistake."
Yeah.
And he's so like fucking arrogant. He's like, "Yeah, unmarked car, definitely." Yeah. And then carries on, and you just see this. When he went unmarked car, he just went.
And then that's when you knew you had one, yeah.
Straight away, when I asked the question, I just went to him. It says in the statement it was a marked car. It was definitely a mark. I remember it. I said, "How can we trust your memory? You can't remember what car you were in."
Yeah. Boom.
That was my defense.
I was like, if you can't remember what car you're in. Yeah, but you're foreign. And also, I had the 5 different things. I was like, also, you said you pulled me over here. You said in the stand you pulled me over here. Where you're saying you pulled me over is 500 yards further away than where you actually pulled me over.
You were definitely more organized.
Well, I was a taxi driver, so I knew straight away.
Yeah.
So he's just going off memory of the local area, where I'm going off, I know every route in this place. So like that's 500 yards away from there. It's saying here that you checked my phone and I'd called this number. That's my number. So you suggesting I called myself, and he was like, "Well, that was the number on the call history." I was like, "So you really think you're really saying now I was driving down South Road
He was calling voicemail.
on the phone to voicemail?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, you must have been." And I was like,
Did they take your phone and check it?
"Yeah."
Did they? Yeah.
But the problem, what he'd done, he'd wrote down my number, and rather than writing down the last number it called, he wrote down my number again. So he was just a divvy.
Yeah.
He's
So
just
like,
a what?
Yeah, he's just a divvy. So like, I was there going, so I'm on the voicemail to myself. I'm on the phone to myself, and he's like, yeah. And then I said to him, "You took my phone off me and took my number down. Do you not think you just?" I recall exactly what happened. I said, "Did you even check the call history?" And he went, "Yeah, definitely. And I was going, "Well, I don't believe you did, because otherwise you'd write the number down that I was on the phone to."
Yeah.
I think I wasn't on the phone to anyone, and you were too proud to accept that, and you just written the number down. No, that's all. And then he started arguing with me then, and then I was like, "Oh, well, I've got nothing." And then I think the magistrate just said, "I think you finished giving evidence now." Like sort of shoot them away.
Yeah. I think that's what I should have done. You came in with like proper evidence. I came in with an arrogant disposition and a Tesco bag full of tickets.
But why did you should have
I can't believe he kept that.
Like an art installation.
He should have chucked it out as soon as you had the tickets.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that.
It was very funny because
as you can see from Exhibit A all the way through Z.
You should have started asking though, like when were you bolshy?
Well,
That's because like
I learned a new word. I was still processing things.
Yeah, because if you go to her, well, when was I argumentative? And if she goes, "Oh," straight away, I go, well, "Did you not?"
The defense
you clearly took a disliking to me, so you wouldn't offer me the difference in the ticket, which is where we're falling out now. You purposely didn't offer me that, knowing that's what it leads to.
I was hungover.
Yeah,
I remember I was up with Tom the night before.
Yeah, but you just said that one got kicked out.
Yeah, but like the first time, I remember it was like such a vivid moment because I'm in a house party after a gig at the stand.
Oh God!
And we are like so drunk and high and having a great time. And I looked at my watch and I went, "Oh shit, I have to go." He goes, I'm like, "I have court."
I got caught in the morning.
I gotta prepare my case.
That's so funny that you turned up fucked.
That's so
to your
funny,
fucking case.
Why'd you even go? They didn't even have your name. They didn't have.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that fucking ticket. I don't, because that's cameras. It's not. It's.
You gotta get the service history.
I know that's what Andrew Ryan said when it up or whatever.
The service history and get the how often they're getting collaborated so they're accurate.
Right. Well, then they threaten me with if you don't pay, it gets worse.
No, but they can't make it worse until they provide you that evidence.
Oh, I can't be asked.
Have you studied law?
I did a year of it, and then was like,
"Oh, did you?"
And then I was like, "I'm so good at comedy. Why would I do anything?"
Oh, yeah, fair.
That's what you thought?
Yeah. Well, it's your first year. You think you're
I'm so good at taxi driving. Why do anything else?
basically, I want 2 gong shows in a week. I went, well, that's it. I've made it. Why would I do anything
You
else?
quit law because you were doing good at comedy.
No, I just can't. I'm not built for doing admin.
I feel like I've watched enough Law and Order that I could pick. I'd know some stuff like but they're all American rules. Yeah, I would know English.
You're gonna be object.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna look at you going. Basically, it's just.
This is the
You just got to have confidence
such a stoner approach.
and enough.
Just watching.
Yeah.
I do the liar. I'm kicking my own ass. But I do it in the courtroom. Everybody can see me. I'm just
Basically, George, I'm great at bullshit. So you just got to get into the court and you got to understand your surroundings.
I played the riff. the fifth.
That's boss. That should be one of your shows. Plead the riff.
Played the riff. Oh, that's good. Actually,
Just plead the riff.
Played the riff.
And then I'll put it down as show title names. You know, magistrates. So you know when you go to magistrates?
Yeah, but
they are just
intimately
5 normal people.
5?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 3, mostly 5 normal people.
Generally Tories,
judges.
though.
It's not. Depends on the area. But they're not judges. They're not. They're not. They're not legal.
That's why they keep like getting annoyed at me calling
Retired
them your
people.
Yeah. Calling them your honor.
They're not legally. They're not legally. They're not legally trained. They're just trusted members of society. So it's just 5 normal people.
Really?
So all you have to do is come across nicer than the people you're up against.
Nah, that's impossible.
So because police officers quite often come across arrogant, you just got to be as nice. And I turn RP, private school tie on, like, oh, Your Honour, I would never do such a thing. And it hurts me to be accused of speeding.
That's what
so
he thinks
funny,
RP sounds like.
Yeah, it does in North Liverpool.
RP, it hurts me.
He said, please.
Yeah. In North Liverpool, that was posh.
He didn't spit on the floor once during the whole game.
He had his hands out of his trachea crotch. Yeah.
I remember
And he had one hand in, and it was down the back.
Do your best RP.
He's not very good at accents.
I can't do accents. I can only really do posh when I sing. Otherwise, I just
have a go.
Have a go, darling.
Have a go at RP.
Have a go at RP.
See, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Oh, hey. It'll be audible.
Are you going to have a go?
No, are you crazy?
Oh, George.
I'm trying right now.
Oh, George, will you calm down?
Oh, good God.
You hit the case.
This is awfully disgraceful
George,
behaviour.
will you stop with the bother?
Whatever.
Please, George, stop with the bother.
Stop with the bother.
Charlie bit my finger. That's what you got to do. Then you get into the. You need to say something that they say.
George, this is your fault for rushing us.
Fuck the paw.
Yeah.
If you hadn't rushed us, the lights would have never fallen down.
Do you think something happens to your throat when you start speaking this Scouse accent? And it has this gravelly thing, like from saying like.
You've got quite a gravelly, a husky voice.
Yeah, but I'm Greek and I'm half deaf. So
Are you?
We're Scouts.
Yeah, this side.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm
I didn't know you were deaf. Is that a congenital deafness?
A congenital?
I just
no,
went
I
with
acquired it when I got a chicken pox. And then I had my eardrum being burst by like a spot.
So how old were you when you went deaf?
I don't remember a time when I could hear from both ears.
Are you fully deaf in that ear? Yeah.
Like I can hear a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's
Not
a little bit.
deaf then.
So that's why I'm loud. Part of the reason.
Why did you say that in court?
Yes. That's a good one, huh?
Fuck.
You'd be like,
I'm not bullshit. I'm not.
you stand next
I'm
time
not
and be like, they
bullshit.
asked me if I want a student, but I didn't hear them.
I'm not bullshit. You've got one ear.
Yeah.
You could have painted that woman out to be such a villain.
Discrimination.
She's racist. She's racist. She never like.
She's ableist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's a slippery slope. They're like, oh, no, we got your health records from Greece, and there seems to be a few notes here about 14,000 grand. Arrest on site.
It says you were born bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctor's note she says, quite
Born
a
to be
bullshit baby.
bullshit.
Yeah.
so
Born to be bullshit. Yeah, do you think I can get a blue badge, but I think it's pretty unethical for me to get one?
Why?
Why?
You don't drive.
If you can get one, get one.
I don't think it's a legit thing.
You need to be able to drive first.
I can't look at the. It's like
Just drive.
I can't walk up to like Lost Voice guy and go, you and me.
Yeah, but if you get a blue badge, get a blue badge.
We know the struggle.
Yeah.
You get a blue badge, get a blue badge, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause you're not like
you're not on
ripping
PIP.
off disabled people, then you're ripping off the government. Who cares?
Yeah, you're not on PIP. You're just on getting like a bit closer to the shop.
I actually thought about trying to get a diagnosis for whatever everyone thinks I've got if I could get a blue badge.
You can get a blue badge for ADHD. Like,
You can get a blue badge for cunt.
Yeah, but no, I'm only a cunt because I won't get diagnosed.
Yeah.
So
if I would get diagnosed, they go, "Oh, don't. It's not his fault. He's autistic ADHD, autism ADHD.
He's definitely got autism.
Everybody thinks they have autism now.
No,
Yeah,
but
you can't get parking for ADHD.
He's got autism OCD.
You shouldn't be driving.
He's got autism OCD.
How do you think he has autism?
I think he has autism.
Yeah.
Because he's socially inept, for starters.
Just because he dresses like Mark Zuckerberg doesn't mean he's got fucking autism.
I'm telling you now, he's got autism. He sits.
All right, Trent.
He has a steak dinner at 4 o'clock in the morning.
He has what?
That's
steak
weird.
dinner
Yeah,
at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe he's just jet lagged.
Yeah, from another life.
What do you do at 4 in the morning?
Having a steak dinner.
Full steak dinner.
Because I don't get a weekend, so therefore I have when I want to stay in and have a dinner at 7 p.m. on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, but I can't because I've got to go out and gig. So therefore I'll have it when I get back, and that's usually around midnight.
You set an alarm?
No, I get back from the gig,
okay.
and then I have my dinner at 1.
That's not weird.
That's
hungry.
called being a stoner.
No.
What are you on about? I've had like fucking so much at 4
I
a.m.
went to bed at like 5:30 last night.
When did you have your tea?
10? 9, 10?
Yeah, but also tell him like you the steaks that you wouldn't put the steaks in the fridge. You tried to have steaks put behind.
Yeah, that was because I was having a wobble. I don't think that's anything to do with it. I think I was just me having a
What
wobble.
about the steaks?
There's a big story, but I tried to get steaks put behind
In a shop.
in a garage.
Can you put these in the fridge for me till I come back? So we wanted to buy steaks from a different shop. Go to the 24-hour garage. Say, can you put them in the fridge for me?
So when you come back, you
So
get
when
a
I come
steak,
back,
and then it
it's
gets to room
refrigerated.
temperature by the time you cook it.
Well, at the night pay, it's too much.
Basically, he goes the same night pay all the time for his beers on his way home. So he wanted to go there, but he's not as
They don't do fillet steak.
He's not as well known with the day staff as he is with the night staff. So he was thinking, because the night staff know me dead well, I'll be able to get a steak put behind, and then I'll pick it up when I get my beers. So he wanted to go to Waitrose, get a nice steak.
M&S,
get a nice steak.
Nice.
Go to this night pay garage.
30-day aged, grass-fed British
Be like,
beef.
Not just a steak.
you don't
$13.50.
do the steak that I want. Can I give you this steak and will you put it in your fridge for me? And then when I come tonight to get my beers, I'll pick up the steaks back. And he thought that'd be fine.
That's the kind of thing I would do also.
It's a bit your dad. I think it's your dad.
Bullshit.
But you just the fridge is. I'm not taking extra electricity. Just put the steak in the fridge. Right?
Yeah, but how are you going to stop someone else picking it up?
That's a
I
problem.
wanted to put it in their
In the staff
personal fridge.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
The guys are like, I'm on minimum wage, lad. What the fuck? I'm not
I
putting...
honestly don't see any problems with that.
It's community.
Look, I'm going to come back later. Jacob.
Yeah, but Jacob's not going to be on.
So listen.
So Jacob's got to pass the message on.
Tell Sandra that steak is Simon's. This was a steak. It's got a sticker on it. Don't fuck with it.
If you said don't fuck with it.
I trust you because I'm here. I trust you because I'm here every night. You don't want to lose this customer.
Exactly. That's the thing is, he wouldn't even have to put. He couldn't even
I'm a valid customer.
He couldn't put steak. He couldn't put salmon on it. He'd have to put 2 large Peronis and a bottle of red on it.
Yeah.
But this is for 2 large Peronis and a bottle of red.
I think it's so. The more I think about it, the funnier it is. I think it's funny.
You put the steak there. So did you do it?
I went into the no, I didn't buy it from the other M&S because I thought it was too much. I thought that is a bit far. But what I'll do is I'll go into the garage M&S and I'll settle for having ribeye and sirloin. So I picked 2 of the ribeye and sirloin because I didn't want to go to the night pay and have them pick me steaks because they won't get the good ones. So I got the 2.
It had to be the right steaks.
With the mushrooms.
What was you going to have? Rum?
No. Ribeye and sirloin.
Ribeye and sirloin
with peppercorn sauce, mushrooms. And I said to the guy at 6 p.m, can I buy these now and then put them in the fridge and get them at the night pay in 6 hours time? And he looked at me like He was about 23 and he looked at me.
Mental.
He looked at me.
You know when you go to a shop and you go, I want to buy these jackets. Can you put salt on it? I'll pick it up tomorrow.
And then he looked at me, he was like, yeah, sure, just put them behind. And I went, nice one, man.
He did it.
No, he put them straight back out because he thought I was mental.
He just went, okay, mate.
Yeah.
And nodded at him and then waited for him to leave the garage and then put them back on the shelf.
He's thinking, what's he doing? Because I was going to buy them to show intent. I thought if I buy them, I'll put them in the fridge.
Don't buy them, mate. Don't buy them, mate. Just buy them later.
I'll just put them behind for you. And I went, sound.
So you haven't bought them?
No, so I went back at 12 and said to the night pay woman, I came in earlier. She knows me. I came in earlier.
Why did you not ask her to text the head office?
He was there with his mobile app going, look how often am
I was a bit like, I didn't want to ask because I thought this is weird, but I'm going to, because I thought if they're there, I'll have the steak tonight, because I thought it's a bit late now and they're not really the cuts I like. So I went, right, I'll ask. And I just say, I asked in a sort of sheepish way. I was like, I came in before to get some steak, and the lad said he'd put them behind. Is he putting behind any steaks behind? And she went, no. And
it's not even a fridge down
and then I went, oh, it's fine. She went, I can get you the steaks. I went, oh no, don't worry about it. I'll just have a little bottle of wine.
Did the CEO not get the memo?
No.
You know what you should have done? You should have gone to the steak.
The minute you never took them.
Put a sticker on the steak saying was a steak, and put it. No one would have touched it, I think.
Yeah.
Put a sticker on the steak.
Right. In the benefit, like I said, I had a wobble.
Here where it is.
I had a wobble. It wasn't. Yes, looking back, I go, what were you doing?
I don't think it's a wobble.
But you can still buy the steaks at midnight anyway.
You can't go into the shop.
He won't let you go in the shop, and you have to be the steak that he wants.
I can't.
But I told him he could have put them somewhere and been like, listen,
it's not a wobble.
6 hours ago, I put 2 steaks here.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Yeah, I
should
have
wants them at least in the fridge, though.
I should have put them behind the ready meals or something and gone. But then I think, arguably, that's even more mental. If I turn up at midnight and go, I put 2 steaks behind the carbonara.
Can I have my steaks, please? They're behind the lizard. No, they have to be them steaks. They have to. The Simon special steaks.
Yeah, I think that was too far.
I bet he does it.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
I bet he used to do this at nightclub, just go up to a girl and go, look, I'm going to try and pull you in like an hour 45.
But I've got to go to Northampton.
Here's
my student card to show intent.
That's so funny.
Just say to the pub, can you leave 7 bottles of Peroni outside?
Why do you not just pay for it?
Because the fella wouldn't take money off him. The fella took them off him and went, just pay for them later when you come back, because he thought he was mental. So the fella went, I can't take advantage of this poor person. He's clearly having an episode.
How did you know what's in this guy's head? Maybe the guy was like, you're not going to pay for it.
Because why would he? What do you think happened?
I mean, nobody's ever asked this question before, so it's like he's flipping through the manual.
I think that's a problem with Britain.
Yeah.
People don't have independent thought in customer service departments.
Yeah.
Like anywhere you go, they're overmanaged and under-owned. If you were dealing with the owner, you'd be okay to have these conversations
because he wants the money.
You know who the owner was, yeah.
They don't know fuck all. They don't care about anything.
It's the problem with corporate Britain.
It is corporate Britain, no?
There's a bigger meaning to what happened there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It seems like it was just a lad putting steaks behind. It's community.
I had the same things. Like I was in London and I went to this shop and I said, look, you don't have any mains here because the sandwiches are out. Then we have a pie. I'm like, great. Well done for a pie, but how about I go across the road, grab a takeaway, and I eat it here, and then you serve me the pie later? They went, no, you can't bring other shops' food in here for mains. I'm like, but you don't have any fucking food, do you? You only have pies. That's a dessert. I want a sandwich. And they went, no, you can't do this. It's the same fucking case. They can't think outside the box. You were giving them business.
Yes, they've lost money there.
And they said no.
Yes.
Like when you go back to the same shop now, do you feel less likely to
Hold on, with your one, you were saying you buy a pie later.
I object because a pie's not a dessert.
No, but he was saying I'll buy a pie later.
It was an apple pie.
Oh, it was an apple. Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying I'll buy a pie. Why didn't you just buy the pie there?
I was like, I want the pie.
Yeah. So you said I'll buy a pie, but I want to eat it with this. Did they let you?
Man, they were no, you can't.
You were saying I'll buy a pie later. So straight away they thought you were being a tricky cunt.
No.
If you'd have gone, listen, how much is a pie?
You live in a very, suspicious world.
£5.50. If they go, you say how much is a pie? They go £5.50. You go, here's £5.50. I'm going to eat this. I think this on a wrap in here.
I think there's a difference in upbringings. I think me and Simon have grown up in a more trusting environment. The first thing you think is someone's
your more trusting environment. Your country is allowed to know your home.
The world is a nice place. I'm good for my words. I'll have the steak later.
The one time you had to keep your word to your country, you fucked off. Your country's not allowed to know your home. Never mind.
Yeah, but on the big things, we're trusting. That's a little thing. National service is a little thing. Yeah. Big things is, I need these steaks.
He doesn't trust his own sister to take over the other house because he doesn't get it back.
I trust my sister.
We'll let your mum sign up both houses to her then.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, but his sister doesn't want to pay the second.
She said there's a lot of tax when you transfer property and stuff. They don't want to pay twice. It's too much work for everybody. Just because I can't be fucked to go to the consulate.
Just give it to your sister.
Look, don't bring back them. I'm having a nice time.
What's everyone doing for Christmas? Kyle, what are you doing for Christmas?
Hey, I would with my uncle. Uncles, cousins.
He's going to go sit in his nan's all flat because no one's there yet.
Oh, my lord. No. It's empty now. We even took the carpets. Like, I'm sure the place came with carpets, and my uncle was like, nah, we're having them. I was like, all right.
So have you got to sell it?
What's happening in the house now?
Even the string, the little orange cables, we took that string, we'll have that string. Fuck this, we're not leaving nothing there. Oh, yeah.
Few hours left
yeah, you already know.
So what's happening now? The house has been...
well, it was just a flat anyway, so it's like a waiting list, and another old people have been waiting to move in. So.
Oh, it's a council flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What you do for Christmas? What's your plans?
Can I just say, like, because Kyle's nan passed, have you met this woman?
No, I've not met her.
Lovely. Like,
yes.
Genuinely great.
I believe so.
It's a proper loss. But this is how much of a fucking this guy is. I rang him. I said, look, I know you're very sad. Would you like to come to my house? I'll cook for you. Even though you thought it was fucking Greek lasagna. I'll cook for you.
I love lasagna.
I'll cook for you. You can stay over at mine. Maybe we can go, we can just hang out, get out of the house, forget it for a bit. And this is the kind of person that Kyle is. Like, I love you, but you're a retard, right? Because he said, I don't know, lad. I don't know if I can leave the house right now. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, I'm so sad. Like, I can't even riff.
Yeah.
He didn't say it like, this is a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
In his mind was like,
yeah.
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
My powers have this. Like, I can't even. He goes, I'm so sad. I can't even riff.
No, I get that. I get him saying that sincerely.
Yeah.
For sure. I was barely getting through wanks.
When he said that, like finished the conversation, I hung up, and I was equally sad and massively amused.
Yeah.
I told Charlotte, I'm like, Kyle said, he's so sad, he can't even riff. And Charlotte was like, man, that must be really heavy. I'm like, it's a big loss.
I texted him about our live show saying, lad, if you're feeling any better, do you want to come to the live show? Drinks are on us. Just hang around for a bit and feel better. And he texted me back going, yeah, lad, the thing me riff should be back by then.
Beware, Wendy. I was cooking straight away.
He was like, I should be ready to riff again. I should be ready to riff again.
So it's like Samson got the haircut.
Yeah. I love that the idea that like that's genuine for him. Like when you said that, I go, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, that makes 100%. Absolute sense. And it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Like he genuinely has lost the power to riff, and it's like
it was like people were just handing me riffs, and I just couldn't even finish them either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like literally they were like people would say stuff.
Were you still trying? I
would try, but my heart wasn't in it. No.
Yeah.
How long? Like that's what she said. Oh,
yeah. How long did the riffs go for?
The riffs probably stopped for like easy a week. Yeah.
Really?
They stopped dead for a week. Yeah, and then they started getting
that's hard,
rolling again.
You're back in the game.
I don't think I want to live in a world where the riffs don't exist.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not for me, quite frankly. Yeah.
A week.
A song, a riffless world.
Yeah. a week without riffs.
And I will always riff you. When the going gets riff, the riff gets going.
Did you say any about riffs during the speech at the funeral?
I didn't say. Nah, they're all fucking muggles. They don't know what.
Right. They won't respect it.
No. I didn't respect it. I was just like, this fucking is shit. My life sucks. I hate it every last 2 weeks and all that. I was just swearing up there.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the speech?
Yeah. And then my uncle came to get me, and I was like, "Don't like me, motherfucker."
Riff ain't easy.
What?
Put that in your phone. Riff
ain't easy.
Riff ain't easy.
We done what we done. We done the oops upside your head song as well.
The riff of the grief.
The river of the grief.
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
There's another one.
The Grim Reaper. That's good, actually. Oh.
Well, what are you saying? You said like,
I wish my nan would have died tomorrow just for that hashtag, just for that post.
Also,
Sorry, but the Grim Reaper stuck me now.
I know it. Oh, my Lord.
May she riff in peace.
All right, our lift's outside. Nice.
So Christmas,
Right.
I'm going to
We got
Essex.
time.
Essex?
My girlfriend is from Chelmsford in Essex.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
And you
spend Christmas with her family,
are they
who I've met once.
proper Essex?
Yeah, she's like...
Are they drinkers? Oh, are they drinkers?
No, her mum is
Lost the
Canadian.
What?
Really?
Her mum is Canadian.
Oh, who's a
Her mum
comedian
and
then?
her dad met in America.
Yeah.
So her mum is like, is like myself. Like her mum moved to Britain.
Right.
And doesn't have any family here.
Yeah.
She's Canadian, and her dad is from Chelmsford. And I've met them once for very briefly, and then
How long have you been with this girl?
over a year now. And
How
then,
close is she with the parents?
Hmm?
How close is she with the parents?
Yeah, she's very close. And
Do you
then
reckon she told them when you fell out?
what?
Would she tell them if you have an argument?
Yeah, I think so. We haven't had an argument. Like it's going well. But she's,
No, I'm not saying it's not going well. I'm saying it's a dangerous place. They've only heard the bad things.
Yeah, but they live together, so it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if
It's
they
not
only heard
like-
the bad things, we're like, oh.
No, like it's been great. And then but she plays on the PS5 with your brother
Yeah.
quite often. So it's very often I'll
Your
be.
bear plays PS5, yeah.
Yeah, they play Apex Legends. And then me and her brother
Funny that.
like, we'll be talking through the PS5.
Your beard's got a headset. Like.
And she smokes weed.
I
I
had the
go there
funny-
and
I
hang
had
out with
the
her, not
funny-
even him.
I had the Yadar one the other day. It was funny, like,
Your beard's in the top 5% of Fortnite, lad.
what was the bird plays PS5? That's quite good. What was the Yadar one I had? Oh, it was funny. I was really laughing to myself walking around the shop. I was like, that's funny, that Yadar show. I have to remember
Your
that.
dad eats steaks at 4 a.m.
Yeah. No, it was even better than that. Sharper.
Sharper.
The riff is gone.
We just love a real one. Like, you know, a real Yadar. Oh, your ma. Like,
Yeah.
like where Yadar's a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's funny.
It's like, yeah. It's just such a funny insult, even though
Yadar goes for smear tests. That's the one I had on. I enjoyed that one.
Yadar gets a smear test.
Do they drink?
Yeah, I think so. I think they drink. Your brother, like they're they're just like a normal family. So they
I mean,
drink.
Charlotte drinks, they probably drink.
Yeah, Charlotte drinks. She's,
Yeah, but drinks or like
big
drinks
one.
like
No,
stoner
she
drink.
gets like monged out.
No, she gets
She goes
it,
for it.
yeah.
Like she's not doesn't hold back.
Right.
Charlotte drinks, and if she gets like 3 seconds of clarity, she'll think, "Well, I haven't had enough, have I?" And then she
Yeah.
just drink until she's past the oblivion.
Wow.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah,
She goes
good
for
girl,
it.
good girl.
Alcoholic.
I'm about
Yeah,
that.
We're
well,
going to get fucked
no,
up
like-
New Year's Eve, baby, aren't we?
Yeah, well, yeah.
We're
That's
gigging
you-
together, yeah.
You, George, and Hattie,
Me, Hattie,
another
and
former guest on the
Where
pod.
you gigging?
Creatures.
Creatures.
Oh,
So
right.
apparently there's 3 shows. George just informed me he's already cancelled the first one. Great.
Not me, Evan.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But yeah,
Oh, so there's just 2 shows now.
yeah.
Yeah, Sunday.
Is there any ticket or is it just a free entry New
I
Year's
think
Eve
the
gig?
early one was meant to be like a 3 p.m. winner, so it's like who's going to that? Yeah.
So it's no, it's ticketed. So we're
Thank
doing
God
the
for that.
creatures shows together.
Are you
Which is always
doubling?
fun.
Are you doubling with anything?
Sunday.
Can I stay at yours
New
tonight
Year's Eve.
as well? Can I
Yes,
stay at yours that night as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
So no, we're not doubling with any. I'm in Manchester.
Are you a
Get a
creatures going
smooch,
out?
maybe Charlotte doesn't know where she
I do
is.
creatures often.
Right.
Like
You're going to be called on stage, Happy New Ripper.
creatures from my house is
Oh,
4
like
minutes
that.
away,
Oh, is it?
like walk. So like it's so cool because sometimes I have a thought in the daytime. I think, oh, that's really fun. I'm going to try this, and it'll be like 9 p.m. and I'll tell Charlotte, oh, I'm going out for an hour. I'll go out, jump up for 5 minutes, do the bit, come home.
Yeah, but after, I don't know.
Remember last Wednesday
is it
when that
better
guy
now?
in the crowd?
Is it better now? It was you saw it.
Oh, weekends are packed, yeah.
I've
He's
done
doing
it-
2 shows.
I've done it 3 or
weekend.
4 times, but it's always so like 50-50.
You've only done like a Thursday though, haven't you? Or
No, I've
something?
done. Yeah, I haven't done a weekend, but like
Yeah,
I've done midweeks, and they're always so 50-50 whether they're any good or not.
yeah.
I get some weird audience.
We're still
in
getting
there.
paid though.
You know what? Like the night has been going for like 6 months or something.
Longer.
Yeah.
than that.
Maybe,
than that, yeah.
but not a year.
7 nights a
For
week, you know what I mean? No, for 7 nights a week it hasn't been going. That's been like 4 months or something. Yeah,
7 nights a week.
No, I did it one time on a Saturday with the after the frog to the 10 there, and it was lovely.
Audience of 10.
No, I was doing the frog, and then I just nipped over and did a 10 at Creatures, and it was just lovely.
It does look sick. He's done all the little things, and like they got the bar open downstairs, and like it does look sick now. The back, they got a new backdrop and all that. Yeah.
Clubs that operate that comedians run tend to be good clubs.
Yeah, let's come and do it because I've supported it before, and I like Evan, but
yeah, well, you know,
it's just fucking
very exclusive club that.
What?
Like in Evan. It's okay.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't mean on stage. I mean, like,
we've seen Evan's Winky, haven't we?
I know. Yeah, we have to get him to after that first gig. We're asking him. I'm hosting the second one.
Evan's got a big dick.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's a chode.
Yeah. We both got big dick boys, in that bed, baby.
Big dick energy in here, you can tell, like.
Yeah.
Evan Desmarais.
He's too confident.
His girlfriend at the moment, slamming. I don't know how he's doing it as well.
Yeah, she's very good looking.
I know, what the fuck. She's sound as well. But I was talking about that. I'm like, let's see, when I first met her, I was like grabbing her face, thinking she was blind and all that. And I'm like, what the fuck, love? What are you on about? You know, he's not loaded. Like, he's got a Casio on.
Poor girl being around you, Evan, and him.
I know, yeah, that is
toxic.
Oh, yeah. It's a horrible time.
Do you think?
Don't know whose hands here.
Do you think you and your missus are in the same league?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm beautiful, man. I'm a 10.
What? Am I me and the miss in the same league?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Who's slipped up?
Oh, me massively.
All right.
I used to be skinny.
Really?
What do you think she looks like if
I don't know.
If he hasn't slipped up?
So
she's a worldie.
How much are he?
Were you ever sskinny?
Yeah.
How much
Skinny?
have you put on?
Or just not huge?
Athletic.
Like,
not dangerously overweight.
At what age were you skinny?
What?
What age were you skinny?
Up until about
13.
20 odd, and then
20
odd.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I need to see some old photos of Rob.
86.
You gotta go.
No, so I got to see some old photos of Rob here.
Since you were 17.
How old were you?
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Oh, yeah.
Since we were 17, we're the same age.
Hmm?
We're the same age
Same
since
age,
we were 17.
You're 40.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
you can
traumatic
see
for
it,
me.
though.
I think it's 36.
I spent 4
You
months.
can see it in his face.
I spent 4 months super depressed about 4-0. Like really depressed.
How do you feel about being 40?
I told you I was depressed.
Yeah,
He's
I
still
understand,
sad.
though. You got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, nothing. Just debt.
Like, all you've got
the
is
Greek
debt.
army's after me.
Yeah.
I've done nothing.
You don't own a thing.
I don't think.
It wouldn't surprise me if your phone contact was on someone else's name.
No, it's my name actually. Yeah, so there you go. Suck on that one. I have I own a mattress.
Do you own a mattress?
What about a base?
Hmm?
What about a base?
No, it's not that one.
That's leased.
Is the mattress
Yeah, so
You're
crazy.
leasing the base of the divan.
You think I'm made of money?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because I always get Kyle for not owning a bed at his age.
Who?
Doesn't even own a bed.
No.
Doesn't even fucking. That is true. Nothing over there.
NBA store, baby.
You literally got what you got on the back, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
What's on my back is what I own.
Yeah.
How much was that top?
Oh, $135. Chet Holmgren, baby.
Anytime,
Nice. It's nice.
anytime Kyle spends money, I think, where the fuck has that come from?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've still got my Edinburgh money.
I know.
Can't spend it. I'm so used to being poor. I don't know
that's
how
what
to
wrecks
spend
me
it.
head.
You know what I mean?
I know you make it in bundles, but just watching you spend any money is like, oh no, where's that come from?
Yeah.
Cunts a nomad. He's got no income.
Well, that's it. I've got no debts, though, have I? You know what I mean? It's like
It's
even
just
me
because
contract
you're
is
always
like
in
a
America.
pay-as-you-go SIM card. You know what I
Because
mean?
you're always
You guys-
overseas, I'm blown away.
Yeah, but I'm not spending
You're
money. I got
pay-as-you-go.
accommodation for free.
You're
I'm playing
pay-as-you-go.
basketball for free every day,
On
and then a gig of a
Only
night.
on pay as you go.
pay as you go.
Yeah.
No. What am I-
I'm on pay-as-you-go.
that is your dad is on pay as you go.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Your dad still does top ups, lad.
That's hilarious.
He does.
Your dad's got an AOL.
You want pay as you go?
Your beard's got a gig.
Yeah, I just pay every month. Yeah, I just have the SIM because the phone.
No, that's direct debit if you pay every month.
No. I mean, I have to log in and pay. Oh, it takes it out, but I can cancel it. Like I've already cancelled it for January because I leave. And it just takes
what is your contract?
It's just the SIM. So I bought the phone
so
outright.
he's on a monthly contract,
Right.
a rolling contract, so we can stop at any time.
So you cancel
And
it.
start at
I
any
already pay
time.
16 quid a month, yeah.
He's not like 24 months we get the phone with.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to get the phone separately.
16 quid a month.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to be 18 quid, but they give me a
I pay
discount because I do it.
fucking loads for mine.
Yeah.
Mine's cheap as fuck now.
And it rolls over as well, so I never run out of data. That's sick. That's what you need when you can't reach the caravan from the Wi-Fi in the
This is a
caravan.
man with no assets, but also a lot less liabilities.
Yeah.
I don't even have a laptop. This is my office here. Like, I've got a shitty laptop, my nan's old one that I watch Sopranos on, but that's about it.
Your nan's old, like,
I
your
can't
nan's
send an
dead.
email to save me life. I can get the basketball on as well, but that's it, yeah.
If you can get the basketball and watch Sopranos, you can definitely
Have you got a TV?
Send an email.
Well, I don't know about that.
Have you got a TV?
No.
So when you move houses, you don't have a TV?
No. I've only got one pair of shoes, one pair of jeans,
I have a TV,
pair of trackies.
Have you?
Yeah.
Smart one.
55-inch.
Yours is hefty,
LG.
Nice. Curved.
No, why would I get the curved TV? That is such a fucking scam. Like, people just want shit that is not even good nowadays. A curved TV.
It looks shit as well.
It
You ever
looks
watch one of
terrible.
them in a pub? You're like,
This is-
horrible.
honestly, the idiots will pay money for such shit things nowadays. You have a curved TV?
No.
Yeah, you see?
Well, I'd have one.
You would?
I'm not asked.
He's getting a free TV out of this. There we go.
I love where that conversation went.
Funny.
It was so good.
That's so funny. Embrace the risk,
Just having an argument about something none of us want to talk about.
Couldn't give less of a shit or know anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you say to me, do you know the optical benefits of a curved TV? I go, no, mate. I just like the fact that one time Samsung said we've got a curved one, and I thought, ooh,
So what is it meant to do?
I don't know.
It's better viewing, I guess. It hurts your eyes less than all.
Honestly, I got no idea. But my TV is good. Own a TV, own a mattress. PS5.
You sound like
Meta Quest 2.
Oh,
Yeah. And
a TV and a mattress.
do you own a car?
I don't have a driver's license.
So how are you getting your mattress and your TV and your PS5 anywhere?
Have you heard of moving companies? You look like you've worked for fucking.
I don't think you'd hire a moving company. I think you're too cheap to hire a moving company.
No, I use moving
I think
companies.
you'd go, fuck, I'll leave the
You'd
mattress.
go on Facebook and go, has anyone got a van?
I'll leave the mattress and the telly. I'll just take my PS5 with me.
Yeah, this is me. I've got on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah.
No, you go on Facebook status. Has anyone got a van that we can lend?
Yeah.
What I do is I go outside.
I'll give you food and beer.
I'll cook you
Go
myself.
and rent a fucking
anytime
removal
someone-
van like an adult.
When people put it on Facebook and they say, anybody willing to help me? I'll give you food, beer, some sweets, and thanks. And you're like, how good do you think your personality is?
Yeah.
That I want to help you for food and beer.
Can you make
Sweets. What 6-year-old's got a van?
Yeah.
Can you make trauma salata?
Yeah, it's just fish roe salad.
What do you mean fish roe salad?
Fish roe. That's what the
Yeah, no,
term
it's
is.
fish roe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. You want some?
Have another argument like that. Dead quick.
It's my favourite thing in the world.
You want to come to my house and I'll cook for you?
It's my favourite thing in the world. Trauma salata.
Caramel salata?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
It's my favourite thing.
Your
in the
favorite
world.
thing in the world?
Yeah. If you ask me what my favourite of all food things is,
Of dips?
no, of all foods.
Like,
I could live off trauma salata and toast or trauma salata and pizzas for the rest of my life.
honestly, that is the last thing I expect you to say.
Is that the pink one?
Yeah.
I do like that one, yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
But
Yeah.
the favorite thing in the world?
No, I'm not
I
leaving
love
off
it,
that.
mate.
I mean, to dip to condiments, it's not even a meal.
No, mate, if you have pizzas, you get enough. You eat enough of it. It's a meal.
And well, yeah, of course. But
It's
Yeah.
calorific as well.
yeah.
That and the Novicella olives should be two favourite things in the world.
Would you have him around for
Are they
dinner?
green olives?
Yeah, of course. I love
Go to us for dinner. Go on.
Do the double, do
Do
Georges and
creatures.
Creatures.
Do creatures and go to us for...
He lives 2 minutes walk away from Creatures.
just
Even
don't-
you'd make it.
I just don't trust his flats clean.
Oh, no,
yeah,
it is.
watching
He
it, you
lives
can
with a
turn
woman.
up and go,
My
What?
flat is very clean. I took a video today because I'm looking for someone to stay January, February, March when I'm away.
of course,
You
yeah,
trying to
seeing you
sort of-
post that, yeah.
Trying to sublet it, are you?
Yeah.
What is?
Let's have a look.
Why don't you get Airbnb? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got
go on
an
then, mate.
Airbnb
Yeah,
in it?
okay,
Oh.
yeah, maybe I would then. Yeah,
I like that.
it's not too bad.
Little dining table on that. We had 6 round there.
Could have cleaned up a little bit, but
That's nice, that.
Have a nice flat.
How much you looking for that a month?
700 for the room per room.
Oh,
per room.
You see the centre in Manchester?
Yeah, but you're subletting it though.
You're going to have to get the whole apartment. You're not going to be able to get 2 different
You
people
have to
in there,
knock.
are
You have to knock it down a bit if you're going to sublet it.
no one's going to pay set for a share.
How much are you going to pay?
Well, if you're 7 for the whole thing for yourself.
Well, how much?
It costs.
How much it costing you? About £1,000.
No, £1,300 a month.
Yeah,
Right.
so you're gonna have to sublet for about £1,000.
You're gonna have to do the whole place. That'll be too hard getting 2 people in there.
Let's do
yeah.
a grand a month for the whole
£1,000 a
place.
month.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do £1,000 a month. Yeah.
Because you got to think, if you're subletting, they've got no guarantees off you.
I should be having them pay more.
No.
It's a fully stocked house. Has a mattress.
Fully stocked house.
Mattress.
Why don't you do Airbnb?
Yeah, but what you got to realise though,
Airbnb, you make a killing.
what if something breaks?
Yeah. Landlord.
He can't, because he's not in his contract sublet. So he can't then
right,
call the
of course.
landlord and
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
that's got to go and get fixed. If something breaks in them 3 months,
Oh,
he's got
yeah.
to pay for it.
You need to keep that
He's sitting
shush.
around telling us how much money there is on the streets. When like a man's trying to make some money, you fucking step on it.
I'm not stepping on you.
Why are you stepping on my money?
I'm explaining to you the risk, because I know how to make money doing that.
If you're looking for a place,
Sublet, well, this won't go out till January, but
It is a nice flat. It looks good.
it's a nice flat, but
I'd probably eat my teeth
Bit
from
too
there.
pricey for me, but it's a nice
all I'm
flat.
saying is,
Yeah.
one, you got to understand there's less benefits to subletting off you than there is to renting.
what if you're only
So
looking for
you
a
need
place
to
for 2 months?
you need to undercut something.
What if you're looking for a place for 2 months?
Short term.
Who's looking for a
Short
place for 2 months? Put on Airbnb or something then.
No, it's too risky to have people coming in and going all the time.
You want it all underhand, cash
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. No, put it on
It's too
Airbnb.
risky because
You can do short-term lets on Airbnb now.
Do they?
Yeah. So I'm saying like 3 months only, sort of thing. Put it on there and see if you get any sniffs.
Yeah.
But what your
Sniffs.
your risk is
See if you get any sniffs.
your risk is the fact that the landlord can't know what you're
Do you
doing.
do drugs, Rob?
Do I do drugs?
Yeah.
As in what,
Drugs.
like partake in taking them, or like
What what do you think I'm in?
in like selling them?
No. Okay. All right.
Do you take drugs?
Occasionally.
What one?
I very rarely take drugs.
You? I know you do.
No.
He does it when it's there.
I'm very easily led.
Suggestible.
Are you?
Yeah.
Very.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you were taking drugs,
If
he'd
you
take
went,
drugs.
do you want drugs? I went, no. And you went, do you want some? And I went, no. And then you went, go on, have some. I go, oh, go on then.
Is it a third time?
Well, if it gets that far.
he would do it like kicking and screaming, but the kicking and screaming would be like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do anything.
For an easy life. Anything for an easy life.
You went from reluctant to a fiend.
I'll say anything. I'll do anything. My whole life has just been like, oh, go on then.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be easier than the argument.
This is a great way to tell your child one day how they came about.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm very easy,
Yeah.
lads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deal with the
Yeah.
arguments.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Here you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. I am very easily
Your
led.
mum said I'm pregnant and I went,
Yeah.
oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and then-
This might not even be mine. I just accepted it.
Yeah, well.
Right, come
You
on,
know,
we need to finish.
it's okay.
this,
Yeah, we
Kyle's.
do. Yeah, we've had
Kyle's
an absolute marathon of a.
little
What are you
pieces
doing for-
outside.
Do you
Shane
edit
Little.
this?
No.
It just goes out like this.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Yeah. So am I.
They love it. Right.
How long are the episodes normally?
1 hour 37.
How long we done?
2 hours 3.
Right.
Oh.
Or
George,
something.
where can people find you?
Can find me.
Online.
Creatures New Year's Eve,
Unless you're the
baby.
Greek government.
I'm well, since you have listeners in Australia,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Listen
Perth.
2.
This will be out on January 9th.
Okay, I'm doing Perth, Adelaide, and Melbourne in Australia. February, March, April. Then I'm doing Edinburgh Fringe in the summer. But you can find my website and all stuff. My socials is Greek comedian. One
He's the
word.
only one.
One word, nothing between. Greek comedian.
He doesn't follow anyone either. Doesn't follow me. You don't follow me.
Yeah, he doesn't follow.
That's rude.
Doesn't
That is
follow
rude.
back.
I don't know. I don't know
We've
if
still
I
got our
follow.
challenge, haven't we? Who can get the most followers by?
Oh, fuck yeah. Kai and I have a challenge on who's going to get the most followers by who's
You
going
better start handing out stickers, buddy. I tell ya.
who's going to double our followers. Like if someone doubles them first,
Oh, double them.
double them because we had a very similar amount of followers.
What are you on?
It's first to 14,000, isn't it?
No, it's first to 14. Like first
Yeah.
to 14.
I'm on
Because-
like almost 8.
Are you?
Yeah.
same,
Well
same.
done.
I'm very similar to him. Like I'm 200 behind or something.
Yeah.
You on 8, are you?
Kyle, what's
Something.
yours?
LeBron James of comedy.
How many do you follow
on
though?
Instagram? It's let's get the king to 14,000. Let's do it, baby.
If
Come
I-
on.
yeah, you know what? The winner gets the other one to pay for his meal and drinks. And let's be honest, I think Kyle needs them. So maybe
The winner.
maybe do
the
not
winner
follow.
gets the
Do
other
not
one
follow. Do
to
not
pay for
follow.
the debts to his country.
Do not follow
So,
George Akopoulos.
yeah. You almost got as many followers as you have debt.
If George doubles his, Kyle's got to do a year in national service or pay 14 grand, one or the other. Right, thank you very much. Subscribe to the
Happy
Patreon.
Christmas.